What's good? What's good? What's good, baby? It's your boy Trex, the sports junkie, and welcome to the MBS show. There was a little hiccup in the introduction. I was trying to get Q on here. Hey, what's up, my guy? What's up, my friend, my buddy?
Man, hurry up, man. This is episode 63. That's all I got to say. Let's go,
All
man.
right, man. Hey,
Look at him.
somebody's in a bad mood, but
Look at
it's gonna
you.
be all right. We still love you, bro. But of course, we got my other brothers in the building. First, we're gonna start with that fire hat he got on. What up, C? Let's go, Yankees.
Wow, you know what it is, man. The future World Series champs, the New York Yankees. That's who I'm representing tonight for right now. You already know my hat game switch based on the topic, so we're gonna keep it going.
All right, and then my poor friend. My God, that was on here telling us how great Texas' offensive line is, and they won't touch Quinn Ewers. They're gonna show Georgia who's the big dogs on the block in the SEC. The Texas fan himself. How you doing, Mr. Box Office?
You know what? I'm not doing bad, man. The Colts have a better record than the Saints. Texas is ahead of LSU still. Why freak out? Relax. We're fine. We're good. And Keo got those crappy Cowboys. That's why he's in a bad mood. I mean, I'm good. My teams are solid. I'm good.
Hey, that dude, you find any way to wiggle yourself out of a situation. Look at you. It's all good though with Texas, man. We'll get to them in a second. But Keo, man, let's get it popping. Well, Yvonne wants to add a topic, so I'm gonna let Yvonne add the topic real quick, Keo, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Well, let's talk college football then. Winners and losers. Go.
Well, Keo and I already went on the show, the recap show. Keo, do you want to give your winners real quick, and then I'll go, or you want me to do mine?
Or since
Um,
y'all did it, y'all can maybe react off of mine and C's.
Okay, well, we'll do like that. Yeah, we'll do that.
yeah. That's a good idea.
Go ahead, C. I know you've been chomping.
Hey man, I don't know how I do it, man. I had something I wanted to play, bro. Y'all, I think either Keo or Ed's got to play it, bro.
What's that? What you want us to play? Georgia.
Nah, man. It's at the bottom. Like I guess y'all gotta add it.
Let me
I'm good if you don't play it.
see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see if I see it.
I don't see. I don't see anything.
Let's see.
Man, it said it's in the studio.
No, I don't see it at all. It's not.
Maybe.
There's nothing in the studio.
Man. But anyway, man.
Yeah,
I just got a question for Mr. Box Office, bro. Is Georgia still not that good?
They're better than I thought.
Yeah, man, that's an honest evaluation.
Not that good. Georgia's not that good.
Oh man, yeah, bro. All right, now I gotta find a way to stop it. I don't.
Georgia's not that good.
Damn, you gonna say
Georgia's not that good. Georgia's not that good.
Oh my God, I'm crying.
All right, yeah. All right. Anyway, man. My thing is we're doing winners and losers, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, and funny enough, I just wanted to make sure I had that out there. We're gonna put them horns down. I always wanted to do this. I ain't did this since LSU had the little boy crying in the stands after we beat Texas in the 2019. But honestly, my loser is Alabama. My loser is Alabama, bro. And the reason being is it's kind of self-explanatory why they lost. I mean, not why they lost, but why they're my losers. Mainly because now you have 2 losses, Bama. 2 losses. You may miss the playoffs now. You could very honestly miss the playoffs now You made my messed up my Heisman hopeful Milroe, because no way he gets the Heisman now. I know Jaden Daniels got it last year with 2 losses, but this is a different season, and Jaden Daniels was just unbelievable. Milroe isn't having an unbelievable season like that. But you can't have 2 losses. Alabama, they're definitely my biggest loser this week. Close runner up is Texas. Finally made it up to their number 1 spot. Stayed there all of what, 2 weeks?
Almost a month, but whatever.
Yeah, man. Doesn't matter now. But yeah, man, they're a close runner up. And my winner is Georgia. Georgia just simply because they made themselves relevant again in the national championship scene right now. I picked them to win the national championship at the beginning of the season, and after they lost to Alabama, they looked they had a chink in their armor and everybody saw it. So it didn't look like they were a national championship caliber offense, in my opinion. But their defense showed up to play Saturday, and they made Texas look bad that first half, man. They made them look bad that first half. They made them look bad in the fourth quarter as well, but that first half, oh my God, that was that made them look like that they were one of those unranked teams. But also the my loser is the, I don't know if I want to say the SEC or the whole college football as a whole. I think the SEC set a bad precedent for allowing them to overturn that call because they were throwing those water bottles and stuff on the field. I think they set a horrible precedent for the SEC or college football as a whole. Whether that was the right call they made or not, after you make that call and it's not reviewable, you can't do that, bro. You can't react. That's like if you have a child and they throw a fit and then you give in. Guess what that child's gonna do every time? Throw a fit, and you got to keep on giving in to that. So now, next time a bad call happens, guess what they're gonna do? I know they're gonna do it. I know they're gonna do it all around the SEC now. Mess up a call at LSU and see what happens. Let that happen when Bama come down here. Them LSU kids they're gonna be throwing beers and fifths of Hennessy on the field. So it's gonna be real unsafe over there at Death Valley. So I just think they set a real bad precedent. So I don't know if would that be the SEC or the NCAA as a whole, but they were my biggest losers.
Okay, I'll go next. I'll first cover Texas because I was completely wrong. And when I come on here and I really sound confident about my teams like I did last week, I usually hit because I know my teams really well. Like when I came on here last year and I said Texas was going to be Alabama, and I was very confident as I was last week. I got to give Georgia credit, and I got to say I was wrong. I was actually blindsided. I was blindsided because I was just going off of my eye test, how Texas has played and how Georgia has played. Georgia, they didn't even look good against Kentucky. They lost to Alabama. They did not look good against Mississippi State. They did not look good at numerous times this year. And I was like, how are you going to show up to Austin and just look like a completely different team? And they did. And the crazy part is, if you told me, if I didn't watch the game and you just sent me a snippet of Carson Beck's stats, I would have said Texas killed him by 4 touchdowns. He threw 3 interceptions and 0 touchdowns. Carson Beck and the offense did not play well at all. The Texas defense came out on fire, was picking them off, not giving them long fields, nothing. But the Texas offense was rattled at first. They were blitzing Ewers. He did not look comfortable. They had to bench him just for him to wake up. And he did, but it was too late. I was just shocked. I did not see this coming at all. Props to Georgia. They must have heard me on the show last week. The college game day didn't make it better because everyone picked Texas. But I feel bad for the Texas defense because they played well, and every time Texas offense would throw an interception or make mistakes, the defense was already set up to be scored on. So I felt bad for the defense. Quinn Ewers has to play better. It's just as simple. Carson Beck surprisingly has been way worse, but Quinn Ewers has to play better. You can't afford losses like that. If you lose to Georgia going back and forth down to the wire, fine. But that was a bad performance. But it might be a good thing too. Maybe he needed a performance like that to wake up rest of the year. Shout out to Georgia. They came in, dominated. They deserve credit. They really do. Now, my winners and losers. My let's go winner is Indiana. Destroyed Nebraska. And let me tell you something. Looking at their schedule, they are going to be favored in every game rest of the year except at Ohio State. So even if they lose to Ohio State, they can get in the playoff. One loss, and if it's to Ohio State, fine. And they might lose to Ohio State and meet them again in the Big Ten title game. Or maybe they play Oregon. Regardless, at the most, Indiana will have 2 losses when it comes to playoff time. They're going to make the playoffs, it looks like. So, shout out to Indiana and their coach. I said their coach a couple weeks ago on here, Kurt Signetti, could be the next big hire at a school like Florida, somewhere like that needs a coach. He was under Saban, went the small school route through JMU here in Virginia, won over there, when now's at Indiana, and is crushed in his first year. So
what he told him, Google me.
Yeah, he told people, Google me.
Google me. Did it, I did it.
Yeah, I did too. And then I was like, oh, this is the guy that was at JMU. Because I knew JMU being here in Virginia was successful, but I did not know who their coach was. But yeah, all they have to worry about really is Ohio State rest of the year. And they can lose that game and they'll still probably make the playoffs. So they're a big winner. My loser, I agree with C, is Alabama. Alabama has 2 losses, and now they've got to play Missouri. They've got to play LSU at LSU. They've got Oklahoma and Auburn later on the year. Has Auburn and Oklahoma looked great? No. But they still have 4 or 5-star recruits. One bad day, you could slip up again. So Alabama literally has to win out to have a shot at the playoffs.
I already heard 1 loss.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, they have no margin for error at all. Alabama has to win out, and for them to end the season with 3 or more losses, that's astonishing for Alabama, because they have not experienced that too many years in the last 15 years. So my loser is Alabama because of the remaining schedule. They could have lost to South Carolina easily. And then my winner is Indiana because they're going to be favored rest of the way besides the Ohio State game.
And to pile on them about that Alabama thing, bro, the loss to Vanderbilt was so bad. It wouldn't even. They could have maybe gotten there with 2 losses. They still would have to win out, which I don't think they will. But the loss to Vanderbilt is so bad, and I know Vanderbilt has played decent this year.
They're ranked now.
Yeah, I don't give a damn, bro. You can't lose to Vandy. You know what I mean? If that loss to Vandy hadn't happened, say they had waited to lose to Tennessee and then LSU and then won all the rest of their games, they still have a big chance to make that 12-team playoff. But I don't think they're going to win out. They might lose to Missouri this week. Hell, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? And they got to come down here to Death Valley. And I'm telling you, it's going to be rocking in there. And 3 losses, they do not make it.
No,
not make it with 3 losses. It would have to be a catastrophe within the top 12 teams in the nation and everybody else would have to have 2 to 3 losses for them to sneak in there.
They lost to both of the Tennessee teams.
Yep.
Yep.
They
They don't like the state of Tennessee.
do
Well, I'll just
not
go
like
real
this.
quick. I'll respond to what y'all said real quick. Me and Yvonne had the exact same winners and losers on the recap show. That's exactly my winners. Indiana has scored 31 points in every game this season. That's crazy. And really, that's the first game of the season where they scored 31. Everything else has been in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. That's crazy. So they're definitely my biggest winner. Everything you said, Mr. Box Office, I agree 1,000% with. And then I was with y'all. I didn't say that Texas was my biggest loser because I expected Georgia to win. Me and Keo came on the show after they lost to Alabama, and we're like, they're better than Alabama. They didn't play like it, but they better than Alabama. We saw it. And one thing I do is trust my eyes. I can watch a game, and sometimes the better team doesn't win in a one-game scenario. We see it all the time in college basketball. We see it every Sunday, every Saturday. In a one-game scenario, the better team doesn't always win. If you're better prepared and the game plan is carried out, then you can pull an upset in college football, in NFL, and in college basketball.
Hey,
But
hold up. Not to interrupt you, but to interrupt you. I did not believe you at first when y'all said that Georgia was better than Alabama, even after Alabama had beat them. I'm buying it now. I'm buying it
yeah,
now.
I mean, and like, I'm not a Georgia fan. Let me put that. I'm all LSU. I can care less about Georgia. I just got to keep it real. When I see with my own eyes, Georgia, man, when they're at their best, it's tough to beat them. And I feel like they beat Texas and they weren't even at their best. That's the crazy. Defensively, they were monsters. Offensively, that was trash. I'm like, Yvonne, Carson Beck didn't play well at all in that game. I don't know what he was doing half the time. He made a couple of throws, a run here and there. I know Keo might bring up, but
Oh
it
yeah, I
wasn't
will.
like that. But it wasn't like that. But I'm with y'all, Alabama, man. Alabama, Kalen DeBoer, like, dog, right now, it's not looking good out there in Tuscaloosa, man. You lose one more, like y'all said, and it could be all over with, man. And you got a guy like Signetti who's balling in Indiana. I know they're not gonna jump the gun after one season, but if Signetti would get
They
Indiana to the
might.
playoffs,
They
you
might.
ain't
That's,
really
hey, bro, Alabama might. They might. You have one chance in these big time programs, bro, and then you ain't winning. Hey, man, you gotta go, bro.
yeah,
You
because
got.
I mean Billy Napier, we talk about Florida, but they want to get rid of him last year, it seemed
Yep.
like. And so I understand what you're saying, but yeah, I'm all Alabama right now. The good thing for all the Alabama fans out there, they still have a schedule that can get them back in it because you got to go to Death Valley. If you win that game, they're gonna hype you back up again, especially if LSU was to beat Texas A&M this weekend at Kyle Field. So Alabama has still everything in front of them. They do have two losses in the SEC, which is not good, but it's not all over for them. I hope LSU is the one that puts them out their misery. That would be the greatest thing in the world
Oh
to
yeah,
me.
bro. Hey, y'all
But
gotta check out that podcast I'm telling you about. After further review, he has a segment called "Bama is Burning," and he just dancing on Bama's grave every time they do something horrible happen. Oh boy, he does a whole little thing. It's hilarious, bro. He hates Bama.
definitely. But Keo, go ahead, man. What you think about that?
Well, well, there's only one podcast show I check out,
Oh,
NBS. But as far as this game goes, yeah, Texas are the biggest losers. You lose in Austin. You lose in Austin. I still think there's a quarterback controversy that's still gonna happen, despite because when Arch Manning came in the game, I dropped everything. I paid attention to everything. Um, and when they put him back in the game, the Texas fans actually wanted him back in the game. And then, especially with the loss, even though Quinn did play better in the second half, I still think it's still going to be a little controversy with Quinn and Arch Manning, even though a lot of people may deny that. Um,
Hold on, before
and
you get off that, Keo. So you said, do you think that Arch Manning really looked like he was ready when he got in there against Georgia?
yeah, I think he would have been ready if he would have stick with Arch Manning. I think he still would have been ready in this game.
He looked
Uh,
terrified to
He
me.
looked rattled.
Yeah,
yeah, but that was the same thing with Quinn Ewers, though. Quinn Ewers also looked rattled. So
Yeah, but you rather go with the experienced guy in that
he looked
situation.
like Ewers looked like he was able to settle down. I think
Right.
I think Arch, if he'd have come back out there in the second half and Bama had kept sending them boys at not Bama, Georgia kept sending them boys at him, he would have been shook. It might have ruined him.
I agree.
And as far as Texas goes, it kind of makes me question their win against Michigan now, and it kind of questions me who the hell have Texas has beaten this year. It makes me question that also. So
Yeah.
their schedule, what they've done, I'm starting to question that. And now to me, the Michigan loss kind of means nothing to me right now. After after what Georgia did, I mean, it was in Austin, though. Texas did came back, um, uh, down one possession in the fourth quarter, but towards the end of that third quarter, you could say whatever you want to say um about Carson Beck throughout that game, but when they were down that last drive and Texas was down, the fans was getting all excited. Carson Beck actually responded in that drive and drove them down the field for the touchdown. So don't give all that negativity towards Carson Beck. We add that third down play also to Dominic Lovett, or yeah, Dominic Lovett.
Well, you had the trick play on that drive that got a chunk of the yards too. That got him down there. No, there's no disrespect to Carson Beck, obviously, but it was a big trick
He
play.
responded though.
He did. He
Yeah,
did.
he
I
responded.
won't. I won't knock that. He did for sure.
That was a huge Heisman moment right there.
Oh, God, give that. Listen,
Hold on,
stop giving
man.
up on Milroe. It's time to hang it up on Carson Beck. He's not winning the
No,
Heisman, bro.
not yet, not yet. He's still got he's a lot of games left, so I'm definitely not ruling him out.
The
But
Louisville.
let's move on over to the next topic, man. And since you guys are talking about, I wanted to ask you guys this. With Alabama losing twice now, dropping to number 15 now, do you guys still consider Alabama a playoff team?
No, that's what we've been saying.
Well, I'm not gonna go all out on him. I'm gonna say this. I think Tennessee's a good team, even though Tennessee has been up and down. They've lost. They lost to Arkansas. They don't look really great, especially being to a team that LSU just destroyed this past weekend. But like
I didn't watch it.
I know,
I
I
watched
know
it.
Vanderbilt. I know Vanderbilt's ranked, but it's just like golly, like if they it's not over with for Alabama. I think they can rebound. They're not the worst team in the league, the SEC. They just have to play better. The board has to do a better job as far as second half adjustments to me. Because in that Georgia game, Georgia almost came back and knocked them off in that game, and it should have even been that close. But it's not over for Alabama. I'm not gonna put a fork in them and say it's done. They still have opportunity.
I agree. I'm going to follow it up on that. If I was naming my 12 best teams in the nation right now, Bama would be one of the 12. So I don't want to overreact. Same thing with the Texas thing, right? They got their ass whipped. But what if Texas and Georgia met in the SEC title game and Texas beat them? Well, then you're going to be like, okay, well, wow, Texas might be legit. So I don't want to I just don't want to jump the gun and overreact on these losses. So I think Texas, Alabama, all these teams are top 12 in my opinion right now. Now, obviously, Alabama loses one more, they will not be.
All right. Myself personally,
They're done.
get out of there, bro. Get out of there, man. Get out of there because I think they got one more loss coming.
But see, they got to win against Georgia. Like, that's going to be big. When you debating it, if Georgia keeps winning, and I mean, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but if they was to keep winning Georgia, let's just say Alabama loses a close game to LSU. Let's just say, and LSU beats the breaks up.
3 losses, they out.
But hold on. let's just say though, they have a overtime loss to LSU, and Georgia runs the table and destroys everybody moving forward. And then Alabama, from LSU game, they win every game after that. They win by wide margin. You don't think Alabama, it's Alabama, you don't think they can maybe squeak their way in?
Let me tell you how that happens. Indiana has to lose 2 games. Notre Dame has to lose 2 more games.
Miami
But that
probably.
can happen. Indiana can lose 2 games.
Miami or Clemson loses 2 games overall. I agree. With the third loss, they're out.
Yeah, it was like their 3 losses with that Georgia win puts them over a 2-loss, team like Notre Dame, like BYU for sure. I mean, there's a couple of them that they can get over. Like an Indiana 2-loss, they get over them. Maybe a Miami 2-loss team. Syracuse, well, not Syracuse. Damn, not Syracuse.
Okay, let's say 2-loss Clemson.
Yeah, 2-loss Clemson. Alabama gets in over a 2-loss Clemson.
Because then you could say that their argument, even though they have 3 losses, is Clemson, you got beat by Georgia.
Yep.
We beat them.
Yep.
So, I mean, I just think that there's still room for Alabama to get in. I'm not saying they would with 3 losses, but I think that it's Alabama, dog. Like, we're not going to sit here and act like we're saying this about a team like Navy and that's no disrespect to Navy. I know Yvonne likes taking shots at Navy and Army. I don't know for what. It's just a shame.
We don't respect our military.
Exactly, disrespectful.
The boring rivalry.
I respect the military. I don't respect their football team.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. Nobody cares about those nerds.
Disrespectful. Hey, my apologies on the behalf of the MBS.
As far as Alabama go, I still do think they are. I still think they are a playoff team though. Because like you said, I think it's the luxury of being in the SEC. We've seen a lot of SEC get picked to make the playoffs throughout the past years, and they would get picked and not even win the conference title, and they still would make the playoffs. They did lose to Tennessee. They did lose to those dorks from Vanderbilt, which it kind of during that time it did look bad, but now it actually looks good because Vanderbilt, they're 5-2, they're 5-2 right now. They actually have
might
a winning.
Put another upset this week.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're talking about anybody should be a playoff team in the SEC, that's Ole Miss. I think.
No.
Vanderbilt. I mean, Alabama is not on a panic. It's not time to press the panic button on them right now. I think they still is a playoff team right now compared to anybody else. So I think the voters would actually still put Alabama in the playoffs over certain teams. So I do still think they're a playoff team.
If we were picking the top 12 teams in the nation right now and we had to do the playoffs today, Alabama is definitely better than a BYU. You understand what I'm saying?
I agree.
But you got
BYU's in the Big 12. So they would, if they won the Big 12, they would get in immediately because every Power 4 champ is in there.
Well, I'm just saying we're picking the best 12 teams in the nation.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Better than a BYU, better than an Iowa State, better than a Notre Dame. I would dare say better than a Clemson. So, I mean, I would definitely put them over those teams.
You see, I said this about Clemson before, and I know we got to go to the next topic, but Clemson's interesting to me because I'll give Yvonne and Keo their flowers. They said Clemson would win the ACC this year. And Clemson has scored over 40 points in 5 of their 6 games. Take out Georgia. And they've been balling. So they lost to Georgia, but I think Georgia's the best team in the country. Clemson looks good, man. Clemson looks good. They may be one of those teams that can make it to the playoffs for sure.
Okay.
I think they make it.
All right. Well, let's go straight to our college football picks.
All right, y'all. So to recap the standings for the season,
Damn.
we
Oh,
got
chill out.
somehow we have C at first place, 38 and 13.
38.
And 13, very impressive actually.
Yeah.
X is 33 and 18.
Damn, 5 games?
Hey, I'm coming. Calm down.
I'm one game behind X, 32 and 19.
6 games?
Hey man, you
Reek
be
is
copying my
30.
picks.
Reek is 30 and 21.
Damn, 8 games?
And Keo is 23 and 28.
I can't count that high.
Hey, no.
Keo,
but
you
this
gotta
show
get
we
over
let
500 though. Come on, man.
no, we
Keo,
let C
copy my
pick
picks, bro.
first.
All right.
Keo, copy my picks, bro. I'll help you out of this.
All right. So let's it's an interesting slate this weekend. I'm afraid we might agree on a lot, but here we go. Nebraska at Ohio State.
I'll go first. Ohio State.
Come on, man. Why not Nebraska?
Man, the bums has got
Matt
their
Rule, y'all was talking about Matt Rule and this and that. Why you not taking him?
Hey man, Ohio State, Buckeyes.
Yeah, the Ohio State University. I got the Buckeyes as well.
They got the same O as Washita, so you know.
Yeah, I got Ohio State. I don't think they may lose a game the rest of this year. I got Ohio State.
All right, Reek's got Ohio State. I got Ohio State. I like what Matt Rule's doing and all, but they'll beat Ohio State in the future, just not this time. All right, next game. 2 ranked teams. Notre Dame at Navy.
See what you got now. Let's see. Yeah.
Hey man, this is a very interesting game to me because I told y'all at the beginning of the season, I'm not big on Notre Dame, bro.
And they've been balling.
Yeah, and Notre Dame, they lose a game like this every season. But Navy, come on, man. The history of Navy doesn't lead toward they'll keep this balling going. You know, at some point, it's like they have to play a real team and end up losing. Where is it at?
At Navy.
All right. They got to play a real team and end up losing. I just don't think Notre Dame is a real team. I got Navy.
Wow.
What?
Well, you made it easy for me because I swear I was gonna pick whoever you didn't pick. I'll take the Fighting Irish because I do think Navy is legit, but I think that the Fighting Irish understand what's at stake for them. They lose this game, it's over. That playoff chances out the window.
But
like
it's always over for them boys at this time of year, bro. They used to it. It's the same thing every year, bro.
No, man. Notre Dame can't lose this game. I got the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, man. I'm taking Notre Dame also. The last 3 times that these teams played, Notre Dame has won the game. I expect Notre Dame to win it again. I got Notre Dame.
You and Keo agree.
Cheer.
I just kicked your damn ladder down.
All right, so Reek's got Notre Dame as well, and I do not mean any disrespect to the military. When I say this, I'm talking about strictly football. It could be the Chinese Navy, the German Navy, the American Navy. I got Notre Dame.
Thank you, Sia. You can't switch your pick either.
Oh yeah, I can.
Oh.
I can. It could be the Chinese, the German, Navy beans, Navy blue.
All right, so another ranked matchup: Illinois at Oregon.
Ooh.
Illinois beat Michigan.
You picked Illinois too. Shout out to you on that pick.
Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm. I know, and it wasn't even close, boy. I watched that whole game and I felt bad for Michigan, bro. I was like, bro, I put it in the chat. I said, bro, Michigan's backup quarterback needs to quit playing football and go find a regular job because if they wouldn't even give him a chance, as bad as the dude was doing, he really must suck. He must be terrible. They wouldn't even give him a chance to put him in. So I wasn't surprised that Illinois won. I think that might be the height. That might be the height of their their winning, because those Ducks, hey man, they're not beating Oregon. They're not beating Oregon, and I expect Oregon. I think they're gonna pretty much run the table from here.
Okay.
Okay, I got Oregon. I told y'all before the season I had Oregon versus Georgia in the national championship. If this game was in Illinois, I may be a little bit more nervous. It's in Eugene. I got the Ducks.
Yeah, Oregon is clicking right now the right way right now, and it's the Oregon team that we expected when the season started. I'm taking Oregon over Illinois.
All right. Reek's
Shout
got
out to Oregon and the Nike and them Nike the Nike boosters. We are just opened up our Nike store over there at Northside High School, man. It's called a Viking Vault. You can get all your Northside High School apparel sponsored by Nike. We are an official Nike school, man. So
Man, you didn't hit your boy up about for the official, cutting up the ribbon, man. You sad, bro.
Hey, bro, look, I was back there in my classroom. They asked me for some extension cords, bro. I didn't know what was going on at the front.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, they ain't got my damn size no way. So, man, you know what? I take that back, bro. Until they get some 4X's in there, man. I'm not rocking with the Viking vault, man.
Well, Reek's got Oregon, and I got Oregon. I think they're getting hot at the right time. Next matchup, Missouri at Alabama.
Ooh, see, you go first. Let me hear this. Do it.
I'm gonna tell y'all something before y'all make the pick, because this is definitely gonna alter some picks. Missouri is expecting Brady Cook out.
Alabama.
Why are you calling that? Why are you calling that?
I was going with Bama anyway. But it's in Missouri, right?
No, I thought it's in Tuscaloosa, huh?
No, it's in Tuscaloosa.
Oh shit, Bama in a blowout.
No, I'm not gonna say a blowout.
After the game, their ass whooped. Nah, bro.
I'm gonna take the tie, but I do think, man, they're reeling right now. I think that this game is gonna be close, very close, even with the backup quarterback. So yeah, I'm going with the tie, but Milroe's banged up as well. The reports are out that he's hurt, so take that for what it's worth.
He ain't that hurt. And Alabama, they doing this. They doing this to prove that that they not completely out of there yet, just because Saban's gone. They can't lose to Missouri at home. There's no way they can let that happen. They can come to LSU and lose, but they can't lose to Missouri at home the year after Saban leaves.
If they lose to Missouri, is my boy on the hot seat for his job?
If they lose 2 more games.
Okay, I just want to know what you thought.
If they lose to Missouri and come down here and lose in Death Valley, he's probably fired.
Wow.
He probably didn't even get on the. Hey,
Caleb DeBoer's out there already, man. Out. That's crazy.
4 losses. Shit, boy, get out of here.
He beat Georgia though,
and he lost 4 games after that. Get your 4-game losing ass out of here, bro. We don't do that over here at Bama.
Well, as of right now, he only got 2 losses, so I ain't gonna fire no coach when I just under my first season, and especially losing all the players in the beginning of the season. But I still got Alabama though. With no Brady Cook, I think it's gonna be a huge factor in this game. Alabama's hearing what people is saying about them right now. So the talk has been about Alabama. So they hear what people been saying. They hear what people been saying about Jalen Milroe. They hear what people are saying about the coach, especially Alabama at home. I'm taking Alabama.
Okay. DeBoer is not getting fired. Even if they lose 2 more games, in my opinion. Reek's got Alabama. I've got Alabama. Brady Cook is out. There's no way Missouri pulls this one out in Tuscaloosa. I got Alabama. All right. Penn State at Wisconsin.
Hmm.
Do it. Do it.
Hmm. Mm-mm.
Bruh. Seriously?
They playing in Wisconsin. That's the only thing that's troubling me. And I'm not big on Penn State. I know they're undefeated, but I'm gonna go with Penn State. I'm gonna go with Penn State just because they haven't exactly looked good to me, but they undefeated. And that counts for something in my eyes. That counts for something in my eyes. And Wisconsin, they haven't looked really good to me either. Matter of fact, last time I picked Wisconsin, they lost. So screw them boys.
Come on, man. I got the Nittany Lions. This could be played in Yvonne's backyard. I'm taking Penn State. I actually am down because I feel like it sucks because Miami's playing Florida State and we're sitting there picking Penn State, Wisconsin, and we're not picking. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know we shouldn't pick Florida State, Miami. I know, but that just sucks when you think about that rivalry.
Keo?
I'm Penn State, man. I think this will be an easy win for them. I got Penn State.
Okay, Reek's got Penn State. I got Penn State. Wisconsin's on their backup quarterback. They've been playing better, but I got Penn State. I think Penn State, even though they could possibly look forward to next week, because next week is Ohio State for them. Penn State will be a top 5 team and undefeated team going into that Ohio State game. So I got Penn State. All right, ranked matchup: SEC, Texas at Vanderbilt. It's in Nashville.
Do it, do it, do it.
I got Texas, man. Vandy, y'all have had a wonderful season. Look for next week. I don't know who y'all got next week. Look for that. This one ain't gonna work. Texas coming off of a loss. They're not gonna beat Texas. Not coming off a loss. But it would be hilarious if they did. Talk about a welcome to the SEC moment. Oh my God.
Boy,
If y'all lose to Vandy, we sending y'all back to the Big 12, bro. Y'all don't belong with us.
Yvonne's not gonna show up next week on this show if they lose.
Oh nah, bro. Y'all go back over there and battle with Colorado, then, man. Get the hell out of SEC.
I got Texas. I think that Texas ended the game on a decent note last week. Even though they started out rocky, they know what's at stake. They can't lose to Vanderbilt. So I got the Longhorns.
Yeah, I got Texas too. I think this is gonna be a statement game for them after losing to Georgia. So I'm taking Texas.
This is Texas's best opportunity to win a national championship since Vince Young. I know Colt McCoy got there, but this is their best chance to win a national championship since Vince Young, in my opinion. All right.
Let Yvonne tell it Colt McCoy would have won had he not gotten hurt. Stop.
He would have won had he not gotten hurt. Bruh, it was one possession with Garrett Gilbert in the fourth quarter. Come on now. Anyways, I got Texas, man, but games like this scare me, man. Vanderbilt's not Vanderbilt that we're accustomed to. Everybody was like, the Virginia Tech sucks. They lost to Vandy, and then Vandy beats Alabama. And then we're like, all right, they're 5-2. This is a ranked matchup. It's in Nashville. I think this game is. I actually think it's a close game until the fourth quarter, and Texas pulls out by 10. But I'm not. I'm a little scared, honestly. Well, we better not lose. We better not lose.
I might go buy me a Vanderbilt hat, man.
Where the hell you gonna find one of them at?
All right, game of the week, in my opinion. LSU goes to College Station, Texas A&M. Who we got?
Y'all go ahead.
Hey, I'm gonna do like them kids. when they're making a selection. We got hats in front of us. And for the rest of my life, I will be attending. I will forever be a LSU Tiger. Go Tigers. I got them going to Kyle Field, knocking off the Aggies, or like Yvonne says, the Gaggies. One thing about LSU that I like, but the same thing can be said about Texas A&M. I feel like LSU is getting better week in and week out. And I'm not just saying that because I'm an LSU fan. I'm saying it because it's the truth. I was nervous against Arkansas, and they made Arkansas look like a team that was a cupcake. Really, I mean, I know the game wasn't like 50-7, but it was definitely you knew who the better team was after that game was over with. It was like they beat them down. So I really like what I'm seeing from LSU. I am a little nervous because it is on the road and A&M has been playing well. But I just think LSU is starting to hit on all cylinders. And I got the Tigers, man. No biasness, Yvonne, I promise you.
I'll go Knicks.
Sure.
I'll go Knicks. Hey, man.
Yeah!
Hey, man. I agree with X, bro. We're the LSU Tigers. They have been getting better and better week in and week out. This is not the same team that end up choking against USC in week one. All right, we were missing some players. The defense had to get to know each other, but as of late, man, I think we can all agree that that defense has come around, and they're playing way better, man. They're playing way better, and I'm actually proud of the LSU defense. The defensive line has been playing well, even after losing big time players. So I think that, and I took a trip to Texas A&M this summer, and I went over there, and it wasn't even a football game, but you can feel it. You can feel it, bro. That 12th man is real. Even on the campus, it looks like it looks like a big time program over there. You would never know that they never really contended for a national championship over there, bro. That 12th man is real. So it will not be a walk in the park for LSU. But I think that they have the better team. They have the better quarterback, better wide receivers, even a better running back right now. All right. So I think offensively they're better, and I think defensively we match up really, really, really well with them. So I got LSU winning a close one in Texas A&M.
Okay.
One more thing.
Throw it up, Yvonne. Throw it up, Gio.
You have
Throw
to
it
shut up.
up. Gio, really? You supposed to be
Let me
the
make my
adopted
pick.
child.
Let me make my pick. I think this game comes down to which team will have more of a balanced attack. Because I'm not too fond of Connor Weigman and the passing game that they got, but I do disagree with you. See, I think Moss is the better running back. I don't think there's no running back in LSU that can match up with what Le'Veon Moss could do as a running back. I think he's one of the best SEC rushers in the country, not in the country, but in the conference. And they got a good running game. We know that for Texas A&M. As far as LSU, they don't still have no primary guy as a running back. I like Caden Durham. I think he's been really solid lately. I think they
He's our
should
primary running back.
yeah, I still think they should continue to go to him. But we um Garrett Nussmeier, he leads the conference right now for the most passing touchdowns right now with 18. I think the LSU defense will continue to improve. They showed that they have improved throughout these games. They've going through a gauntlet right now after beating Ole Miss in dramatic fashion, taking back-to-back road games. I knew what they're gonna do with Arkansas. I think this game will be close, but I actually have LSU winning this game, though, man. I think Garrett Nussmeier, that offense, and I think if they continue to have that balanced attack with Caden Durham, I think LSU is going to be tough to beat. And Texas A&M is just too one dimensional to me. They got to throw the ball, and they're going to be tested in this game. And I just don't think they can throw the ball against that LSU secondary. I got LSU.
And one more thing,
Go ahead.
Kyron Lacey hasn't had that breakout LSU wide receiver game yet. So look at that. It's coming. It's coming. I don't know if it will be this week.
200 yards?
Huh?
You talking about like a big 200 yard?
Yeah, big 200-yard game, 180-yard game, 3 touchdowns. He hadn't had that big LSU wide receiver game yet, and he is definitely capable of it. And
I want to say this to Yvonne real quick though, man. I know you gave us a hard time about Will Campbell and them getting the offensive, false starts or whatnot. But I just want to put this stat out there. You know that nobody on the starting LSU offensive line has given up a sack this year. Nussmeier's only been sacked twice this entire season. Just putting it out there. To put it in perspective, Arch Manning has been sacked more than Nussmeier.
Yeah, A&M, they got to be careful. A&M, they got to be careful with them LSU big plays though, because LSU has 13 big plays with 30 yards or more, and if you give LSU those big plays, that could be a wrap, man.
And just to let y'all know, man, I did go ahead and get the PS5, and I got the college football. Give me a week or two, and I'm gonna be hollering at y'all boys, man, because I suck right now. I played yesterday.
Hey, bro.
I haven't played a football game in probably I haven't played any video games in probably 6 years, bro. So I picked up that stick. I'm glad I wasn't playing anybody but the computer, because I got blown out, bro. I put the sticks down at halftime. Bro.
Well, hit me up whenever you're ready, because when we first started playing on Heisman mode, it was tough. But you eventually develop, you get better, and now I could beat the Heisman easy. It's going to take a couple months, though, but it's a fun game, I think. So holler at me whenever you're ready.
Yeah, man. That's all I play on. I go to the highest level. I played on Heisman.
Yeah.
My son had it on what was it? Not All Magic, whatever. All American. And I said, is that it? Then I went and changed it. So yeah, I've been playing on Heisman.
Yeah. Well, Reek's got LSU. And I don't.
Here we go.
I got the Gaggies. Look, I'm not trying to hate. I'm trying to project rest of the season. What I think is going to happen is LSU's going to lose. They're going to get caught on the road, tough SEC game on the road. They haven't lost a road game yet. The game they lost was neutral site. I think they've been a little lucky with their schedule because they get Alabama at home. They get Ole Miss at home. I feel like y'all have one more road game or one more tough home game. Who am I missing? Who y'all just play?
To Oklahoma. They have to go to Oklahoma for sure.
Who y'all just play?
We're gonna beat the hell out of Oklahoma.
We gotta go to Florida.
They just played Arkansas.
Arkansas, that's right. I don't think Arkansas is all that good, but so I think you are destined to lose one road game. But I think if I had to pick right now, I think you're actually going to beat Alabama at home. So I actually think LSU is going to end the season with 2 losses. If I had to guess, this is going to be the loss. I have a feeling. I think College Station at night is going to be rocking. Y'all are talking about LSU's been looking better. Texas A&M's been looking better. Shockingly, they've played really good. And I just think that home crowd is going to be rocking, and I think it's going to be the difference. Texas A&M kicks the game winner to win it.
Don't do that. That hurt my heart when you said that. Don't do that.
I think that's what's going to happen. But, LSU, if they beat Alabama, they're still in good position. So I just think it's bad timing, and I think it's going to be a tough road game. I'm going to be the only one here to pick the Aggies.
All
Hey,
right,
Glad you
man.
you know
did.
what? It's
Thank
funny
you.
you say that because y'all got to play them at the end of the year.
We do. We also have to play them at College Station Thanksgiving week.
Yeah, I think that might be
Rivalry week.
y'all's. I think that might be y'all's second loss.
Apparently that's the most expensive game to attend this year. That's how
Wow.
people are excited for that rivalry in Texas to be back.
Mhm.
So that's gonna be rocking. And playing in State College is hard. I think A&M pulls it out somehow this weekend.
All right, man. So those are our picks from college football. We'll see what happens. That being said, we're gonna move over to the NFL. Before we get to all of that, man, this week, week 7, man, NFL Player of the Week, voted by the NBS team, man. It's none other than, for the second time this year, it's Lamar Jackson, man.
MVP.
Yeah,
MVP.
we'll get to that too. Not everybody voted for Lamar Jackson. But Lamar Jackson was pretty much majority vote for Lamar Jackson. So shout out to Lamar Jackson
Somebody
winning.
voted for Mariota, huh?
No, I know somebody voted for Saquon Barkley.
Oh.
Okay, so let's
Hey,
let,
Lamar.
let's go. Let's move on over to the NFL. So this week, today it happened. A trade went down. DeAndre Hopkins goes to the Kansas City Chiefs for a 4th-round pick. Possibly could be a 4th-round pick. If you guys had to rate the trade, man, how would you rate it from 1 to 10?
I'll go first. A plus. I don't know what the hell the Titans are doing, bro. I'm the type, if a team is continuously winning, like the Chiefs, I'm not giving you my best player. And I don't understand why teams agree on this BS. There's multiple teams I'm sure interested in D Hop, and they go and give them to the best team out there. The Patriots used to do this too, and it used to annoy
All
the
the
crap out
time.
of me. Used to annoy the crap out of me. Like, how the hell did Randy Moss end up there?
Yeah.
So I just don't get it. But shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs. Pacheco is hurt. Rashee Rice is hurt. Kelsey hasn't looked the same. Who else is hurt on the offensive side? The other receiver that they drafted, 24. It won't cross my mind. Yeah. So they're beat up, and they go and get a Hall of Famer who I don't think is washed. I just think he was in the worst situation ever. He
Yep.
put himself in that situation, though.
Yep.
I don't know what I called him out on this show. I said, DeAndre Hopkins, what are you doing? This is going to Tennessee is a bad idea. And look how it ended up. I'm not no genius. Anybody could have saw this coming. I don't understand what he was thinking. I guess Nashville's a cool city, but come on, man. You can go visit Nashville during the summer. So I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking, but now he's in the best situation possible. I think he's going to play Sunday. They play the Raiders. He might score Sunday. Shout out to the Chiefs. This is what you do. This might open up things for Kelsey, actually. I think an A+ move for the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't usually like to overreact, but man, you got Mahomes throwing to you. Come on, man. I think they kicked it out the park here. And if I'm the Chiefs, no matter how this season ends, I'm going to sign Hopkins next year to at least a 1-year deal and keep trying to build this connection between him and Mahomes, because I actually don't think Hopkins is washed. So A+, they did the right thing. Apparently, they were interested in Cooper Kupp, but the Rams weren't willing to take on majority of his contract. However, the Titans are taking on a lot of Hopkins' contract. Another dumb move by the Titans. Why would you agree to that? I don't know what's going on in Tennessee, but shout out to Andy Reid, man. This is going to work out.
because the Titans want to do what we was talking about before the show. They want to blow the whole thing up. They're like, hey, we're not staying with this team. We're going to blow all that up. They saw what they had to see from Will Levis. They want to go in a different direction. See, I know you don't like that, but it is what it is. I'm going to give it, you said on a scale 1 to 10, Kill, or you did like A, B, C? I know you gave it an A plus.
Yeah, give it a letter grade.
Okay. I'm going to give it a B plus. And I know Yvonne's like, what? Because you love DeAndre Hopkins, X. Y'all know I've been raving about DeAndre Hopkins since he came out of Clemson. It's a great move for the Chiefs. I'm not denying that. But Hop is 32. He's 32 years old. I'm not saying he's not still a good receiver in the NFL, because he really is. I understand that. And then when you have somebody like Patrick Mahomes, he's going to get you the ball. So we're going to show love with that. But my thing is, like I said, he's 32. I'm not gonna give it an A plus because he's at the age that he's at. But I do still think it's a B plus. You added a guy like him with a guy like Kareem Hunt, who they added midway through the season. You got Travis Kelce. This team was undefeated without DeAndre Hopkins. I like what you said. It's gonna make Travis Kelce better. And to me, he fits with, and y'all know I gave Xavier Woodside a hard time, but they don't play nothing alike. So you got the guy that can get over the top of the defense. You got the guy that can catch all the intermediate routes. I just think this is a great fit. You mentioned the injuries. Juju Smith, they have Juju Smith-Schuster, who played well the week before. He was out. He got hurt this week. But I like what they're putting together. You know, at the end of the day, a team like the Chiefs could stay pat and say, you know, we're the Super Bowl champs. We're going to wait till we get our guys healthy. But they're like, nah, they're acting like the Yankees. And they're like, bro, we're going for it right now. We want to keep winning. So shout out to them. I'll give it a B plus only because of the age. That's the only reason why I'm not giving it an A plus. He is 32. And I don't think they need to re-sign him next year. If they win a Super Bowl with him, shout out to him, unless he takes a huge pay cut. If they would win a Super Bowl, they don't need him next year. He'll be 33 at that time. They can move on from him.
All right, I'll go next. The DeAndre Hopkins thing, I'm gonna make this personal, bro. I'm pissed off about it. I'm pissed off about it because what the hell are the Saints doing? You know what I mean? This guy's out here. He's available for trade. Everybody's going. Kansas City went and got DeAndre Hopkins. They're undefeated. We're on a 5-game losing streak. Best receivers are hurt. One's out for the season. We didn't even attempt. Come on, man. Y'all gotta do something. But that's what's the difference between our organizations right now, man. Kansas City, they're not just sitting down, sitting still when something happens. They say, you know what, man? What you say? Even Juju's hurt now?
Yeah.
Go get D-Hop, bro. Go get D-Hop. We're not relying on Mecole Hardman to be our number one receiver, man. We're gonna go ahead and keep on headed toward this Super Bowl. Whereas the Saints, I don't know who the hell we're depending on. Tipton? Who the hell is Tipton? Bro, I can't do it, man. I can't do it, bro. I know a lot of people call me biased. I'm not biased. When I see something like this happens, that makes me question my organization, and wonder what the hell they do. I done put on the wrong head. I'm Saints through and through, man. I'm Saints through and through, but right now they pissing me off. They pissing me off. Now I'm hearing they thinking about trading Cooper Kupp. Saints, y'all gonna make a move? You on the clock?
He's a great person if you want to add to your injury roster.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
And I like Cooper Kupp, but that boy always hurt, bro.
That boy is always hurt, man.
Stud when he's in there, but damn.
Man, and you know what, bro? I've always been a Cooper Kupp fan because what happened was I saw him one preseason, and I went and picked him up in every league I was in fantasy because he was in the waivers. After the draft, he was in the waivers. I went and picked him up, and he went off their first year. And like the next year, people still weren't getting him. So I had Cooper Cup like for 2 years in every league I was in. But then he started getting hurt. And here
Okay.
we are.
I'm giving it a B minus in this trade. I think it makes the team better, but I don't think it's like a huge upgrade. It doesn't make me say, "Oh yeah, the Chiefs gonna win the Super Bowl now. It's over now." I don't think. I think DeAndre Hopkins is still a good receiver. You look what he did last season with, I don't know, that individual that was throwing him the ball at, who was playing for the Tennessee Titans. You notice I said individual. I'm not even gonna say his name because
Wow.
I feel sick and disgusted every time I want to mention his name. Um, so yeah, he had 75 receptions, over 1,000 yards receiving. DeAndre Hopkins did that. I do question his age. I do question, the injuries that he deals with throughout the years. DeAndre Hopkins is kind of like Brandon Marshall to me. I'm not saying they're the same type when it comes to talent wise. I'm talking about production wise. I think he's the type of receiver throughout his career, no matter where he goes, no matter who his quarterback is, he's gonna give you 1,000 yards receiving. That's the guy DeAndre Hopkins is. I think it's really good for the Chiefs what they're doing, and that was a smart move. Caught me off guard. I did not expect that at all when we first mentioned DeAndre Hopkins as a free agency, where he should go. We all a couple of us mentioned the Kansas City Chiefs. They said, "Hey, the Chiefs should get him." And next thing you know, he gets traded to the Kansas City Chiefs, the team that we thought he was supposed to be on. So it's a good move for him, man. So I definitely give it a B minus.
You know
Uh,
what? And it's funny that you mentioned that. I thought 2 teams should have been trying to go after well, I guess 3, including the Saints. 2 teams should have been trying to go after DeAndre Hopkins this year. One of them was the Kansas City Chiefs, who did what they were supposed to be doing, and they showed why they're a premier franchise. And the other one, outside of the Saints, is the Cleveland Browns. I think they should have been trying to reunite him, so they could get the best out of Deshaun Watkins. Watson. Yeah. But he got hurt, so they were out of the sweepstakes automatically. And I think that Kansas City just righted the wrong. They should have signed him when he was a free agent. He should have took a big discount to go over there, but he wanted to go take the money and go to Tennessee and throw his life away over there. And I think he sees a resurgence. I got him in one fantasy league. I wish I had him in all of them.
You gonna trade him to me?
I don't think I got him in the league we in.
Oh, okay.
Really quick though, I actually wanted to ask you guys about this, man. We know what happened to Deshaun Watson. It's not about the injury, man. It's about what happened during the injury. We seen the fans started cheering, and then afterwards, you seen guys like the former Saint, Jameis Winston came in. He went off on those fans, and then Miles Garrett spoke a little bit about his start defending. Do you feel like Deshaun Watson deserves any sympathy at all?
I don't think you should ever,
Boy, injury.
but yeah, or cheer about it, somebody getting injured. Like
Yeah.
that's whack to me.
Yeah.
There's some lines you just don't cross, man. And I think that's crossing the line. But that's just my take. I don't think they should have did it. I'm not gonna cheer, even when Derek Carr got hurt, as much as I think that maybe the Saints should move on, I'm not gonna cheer about the man getting hurt. I don't wish ill will towards anyone. So I didn't like it.
Bro, I've been known to be at games and somebody do something or root for an injury or something, and for me to say, "Man, don't say that." I'm known to say that around people because I don't. That's you got to me. You're a scumbag if you do that. You cheering somebody out there hurt, man. Those people. He's out there. He's playing a game for your entertainment, and he's out there. Basically, he's risking his life. You gonna cheer because he's hurt? Come on, bro. It is at the end of the day a game. You know what I mean? That's like that man was at work and he got hurt on his job, entertaining you, and you have the nerve to cheer because he got injured, bro. You're a scumbag to me. I don't see how I don't see how you can be good with yourself. That's like you going to work and burning yourself on the grill, flipping your burger, and somebody laughing and cheering at you, laughing at you burning your hand. Come on, man. You gotta do better than that, bro. That was classless. Jameis is such a great orator when he wants to be, man. He articulated that in perfect fashion, man. The perfect fashion, bro. He's a goofball, and everybody loves laughing at Jameis, but I don't think anybody could laugh at that. That was dope, and I thank him for even having the courage enough to say that and taking the opportunity that he's next man up, and he said that. So and everybody everybody was like, why did he go to Cleveland? He could have been the backup in New Orleans. I was like, you know what? I think he feels like Deshaun Watson is gonna get hurt, so he's gonna have a chance to get in. And Dennis Allen wasn't trying to play him, even when Derek Carr was getting hurt numerous times last year. So he was like, if I'm gonna see the field, I gotta go somewhere where if somebody get hurt, I'm gonna get in the game. What surprised me is that he was the emergency quarterback. He was the third string quarterback this past week. But I'm sure he's gonna be starting this week.
Yeah, I think C said everything perfectly. I hate on a lot of athletes, or I'd like to say I'm realistic about a lot of them, but but there's a lot of them I'm realistic and do not like LeBron. But I would never cheer on an injury. That's wrong. Okay, I don't want anybody getting hurt. I can cheer on somebody losing. That's completely different. But and I understand the Cleveland Browns fans' frustration. They paid him the highest paid guarantee money ever, and he stinks. However, it's not like he's trying to stink, though. It's not like he's intentionally throwing interceptions and not completing balls. He's trying. He's probably washed up, but you do not cheer. You do not cheer on an injury, and hopefully those fans learn better. Well, that's all I got to say about that. But Winston, man, that guy is a goofball. I love listening to Winston. Anytime he's in front of the mic, he's one of those guys. I'm happy that he got rich. Because you can tell he's got a good heart and he's a goofball, so he deserves all the best. But
that was your guy in high school going into college.
Yeah, I did. I loved Winston. I thought he was awesome going to Florida State. But and also it's crazy the timing of this though, because the Browns they were basically everybody was talking, is Deshaun Watson basically unbenchable because he's guaranteed so much, and he basically was. And now they basically were like, all right, or they didn't have a choice here. He got hurt, and now they're like, all right, like now you're officially out. So you basically made the decision for us. But yeah, man, sad situation to boo him. Like I said, it's not like he's trying to suck out there. So fans got to do better.
And I got the same opinion about Saints fans. They booed Derek Carr when he got hurt last year, and I was like, "Come on, man! The man got hurt. Like, why are y'all booing you? That's scumbag of the year, bro."
Yeah.
I went to Ty Rivals. I wouldn't if Kirk Cousins got hurt, I wouldn't cheer or whatever. I wouldn't cheer because he got hurt, bro. Get him out the game or whatever, bring in the next man or whatever, but I'm not finna cheer because the man's laying there on the carpet hurt.
Yeah, man. When I saw it, it was all bad, man. It's bad for the Cleveland sports in general, man. You cheer for a player while he's down. You're kicking somebody while he's down. That's just not right, man. And it was just one people. It seemed like the whole damn stadium, man. I'm like, damn, that's how you guys feel about Deshaun Watson. And I thought it was dope, man. What Jameis Winston did, man. It was really passionate, came from the heart. And he was really defending for Deshaun Watson because he was fighting whatever he was dealing with off the field. trying to get back to the player he once was on the field, which that wasn't the case at all. And now he's fighting. He got to fight something else again, going to rehab, dealing with this injury once again. So, I feel really bad for Deshaun Watson. I've been rooting for Deshaun Watson for a long time, man. From Clemson to when he was with the Texans to when he got to those massage situations that he got into with.
You was rooting
He,
for him in the massage parlor?
no, when he got suspended by the NFL,
You were hoping he was innocent.
yeah, I was hoping he was innocent, and I kind of felt like the Texans kind of played him with that, man, because to me, when the Texans didn't want to, when he didn't want to come back to Houston, out of nowhere, a whole bunch of those allegations dropped out of nowhere.
Now you thinking. Now you thinking,
I
kid.
don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe because he was a black quarterback?
Hey man, hey, I'm just saying.
I
Well,
don't know.
here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Despite all that, he still got the highest contract ever, guaranteed money, and it's like he still had a second chance to ball out. So I don't even understand how this really correlates. Like he, he had another opportunity to continue balling. Him ending up so washed up with the Cleveland Browns to me will forever be a mystery that I can't figure out.
But his career in Cleveland is not over though, because despite what happened though, I still think Cleveland's gonna bring him back. I still think they're gonna give
They
him a
have no
shot.
choice. It's a $92 million cap hit. They're gonna have to bring him back next year. But he just got hurt in October. It's Achilles. He won't be ready till next October. So you even won't play next year full year. And then I don't think at least. And then I think he'll get another chance in 2026. So
So
just because of all the guaranteed money.
Though
here's my problem with the Cleveland fans doing this. Bro, you know everybody see y'all, right? Y'all are not gonna get no free agents when you acting like that, bro. Who wants to come there and they think if they get hurt on the field, you're gonna cheer? Man, I'm not coming to Philly. I'm not coming to Cleveland. If I'm top tier free agent, it's already Cleveland.
speaking of
Then I gotta come there and I gotta worry about the fans being disrespectful like that. That man mama was watching that game, bro. And y'all cheering him being hurt. Come on, bro.
speaking of resets, this team might do a reset because not just Amari Cooper's gone and Deshaun Watson's hurt. I'm hearing rumors about Myles Garrett being moved also. So this team might be in the
They some idiots, bro. That'll be the worst move I've seen in years. They let Myles Garrett go. I thought you was going to say Nick Chubb. They can let Nick go. Myles Garrett, you're fools.
All
They
right.
might be blowing it up.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of a player getting moved, one of the players that been talked about in trades and the LA Rams has been entertaining this is Cooper Kupp, man. So Cooper Kupp, man, what's the ideal situation you could see Cooper Kupp being at?
Go ahead,
Uh,
say. Oh, go ahead.
I'll go first because I'll make it quick. He does not want to go to the Saints because, bro, you gotta the Saints are beat up more than the own Rams. I gotta go play with Spencer Rattler, who's clearly not ready. Why the hell would I go to the Saints? If I have to get moved, if I'm Cooper Kupp, man, I'd want to go to Buffalo. But Buffalo, to me, I don't think is going to go after anybody after Amari Cooper's there. I think he's going to end up, if traded, in Pittsburgh. I can see Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
They need a slot guy. But the issue is, I really personally would not take a flyer on Cooper Kupp. I really wouldn't. He's a great player when healthy, but the issue is he's always missing games. He's hurt right now. Why the hell would I pick him up? I don't know how much I'm going to have of him rest of the year. By the time he develops some chemistry with my quarterback, I don't like Cooper Kupp going forward, too injury prone.
So Yvonne, if you're the GM right now and one of your executives asks you, "Hey, who should we go after between DeAndre Hopkins and Cooper Cup? Who you going for?
Hopkins, he's less injury prone.
Wow.
He's older, but he's less injury prone. Like at least he's gonna be out there.
Okay,
Wow.
all right.
I ain't mad at you.
That's why I say who that?
All right. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, man. Just for the same reason why box office said it, bro. We got enough injured receivers over there in New Orleans, bro. We don't need another one. If I'll put it this way, if you offered me a trade in fantasy football with Cooper Cup in it, I'm not trading you any studs for him. I don't care how bad I need a receiver. I'm going to trade you some light for him. So if I was a real player, if I was a real GM, I would maybe trade you something light for him. I might trade you a 5th or 6th rounder, something like that for him and just take a flyer on him. But I can't see. This might sound crazy, but I could see Tampa Bay maybe taking a flyer on them with the injuries they have right now. Tampa Bay, or ruining his career and sending him to Carolina, and let him go down there and let a young overthrow him for a little while. I can't. Or maybe even, let's say, Arizona. I don't think they would do it because they're in the same division. But maybe Arizona, I was saying, because they need a little somebody over there to get compliment Marvin Harrison Jr. I saw somebody with a post that said Marvin Harrison Jr. was the worst first round fantasy pick since Kenyon Drake. I was like, that's saying a lot. That's real. That's real. That's a lot. I think it was a Cardinals fan. So
did you see Kenyon Drake's response to that?
No, man.
He used the gif of the 50 Cent going like
oh
me?
yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah. But I should think about it like this. Maybe he's saying that because why the hell would you take me in the first round? I remember that year though, because I think I took him in like the 3rd round or something like that.
I don't think Harrison's been that bad. I've seen, like, even this game against the Chargers, I saw 2 clips. He's wide open, and Kyler doesn't see him. I just think their chemistry's off right now.
Yeah. But that's not helping anybody's fantasy team.
Yeah.
I can get what they're saying about fantasy wise. He's a great receiver, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But fantasy wise. But Cooper Cup, I see somebody talking about San Francisco. I can't see them trading them to Frisco because they're leading. They would win the division for sure.
Yeah, they're in the same division. They wouldn't do that trade.
Yeah, but I just said the Cardinals. So I think it would be somewhere like I just think out the maybe the Cowboys. The Cowboys, they like wasting money.
I like it.
They like wasting money. So I mean, maybe the Cowboys, but I can't see him going anywhere where somebody.
Jerry Jones said they all in. See, let's see.
Yeah, I see what Jerry Jones all in look like, man. Hey, and you know what I saw? I saw something. Shaq interviewed Leonard Fournette, and he said, "Why the hell Jerry ain't came and got you? What the hell is wrong with Jerry?" I forgot Leonard Fournette was out there without a job, and Jerry Jones is up. He's bringing Zeke back, and he's got whoever the other guy is at running back that they have 0 running game. Bruh, Leonard Fournette is definitely better than what they have right now.
I want to hear what Keelan thinks. Who he thinks Cooper Cup should go to?
The team that I think is the ideal spot and situation. The reason why I don't think it's the Niners as much, it would be really dope for them, especially being in that Shanahan system. They're in their division rivals. I would say the Niners because every offseason, the Niners always be making a splash when it comes to the trade deadline. And you've seen the history with that. but it's just with their division rivals, I just don't see it happening. But the team I see it happening with is the LA Chargers.
I like it. I like it.
You wouldn't have to move at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's what I was thinking also. And you don't have to worry about trading with the rivals or anything like that. And when it comes to cap space and money, the Chargers definitely could afford that, and he would automatically be their number one option. And Herbert to Cup, I feel like that would be a really good connection, and I think the chemistry would be dope. And I think being with a great coach like Jim Harbaugh
Oh,
will be solid also, and I think Harbaugh would get the best of him.
Let's
So
see
yeah,
how great of a coach he is. Is he gonna make this move and get him?
well,
ah.
we'll see how great he is this weekend, also. But
Really,
but
against a team with 35% injuries, he'll be a great coach if he wins that.
hey, man, you got Spencer Rattler.
Hey man, don't do that.
Hey, man, Saints still got a good defense. At the end of the day, we can't knock that. The Saints always got a good defense.
All right. So
But
I am proud of y'all because y'all mentioned I actually wrote down 11 teams' names that should go after Cooper Cup, and you guys named literally every team that I wrote down somewhere. Y'all left some out, obviously. I only named 11 teams, but I'm with Q. I like the Chargers one. That was one of my star ones. I think he stays in LA, and that would be a great fit for them. They need their 3-3 right now. They need to try to add something. I like the Steelers one. I see Yvonne said that. I see right now Danny's saying that. That's another good one I really like. But I'm gonna throw something else out there. I like when you brought up the Cowboys too. See, CeeDee Lamb, he needs help on the other side. Somebody got to help CeeDee Lamb. That's another good one. But I'm gonna throw two other ones out there. And the reason, oh man, breaking news, man. God dog it. DeJounte Murray might have broke his hand, bruh. What is going on in New Orleans already? Golly. So thoughts and prayers for DeJounte Murray, man. Golly.
I mean,
Just gonna ruin my night.
he'll be back by New Year's. It's a long season.
Yeah, but man, Zion already missed tonight. I know I'm off, man. Okay, but the two teams that I think would be really fire and interesting. I like everything y'all said. The Atlanta Falcons. I think Drake London is good, but I think you had a guy like Cooper Kupp. You went all in on Kirk Cousins. You add another guy like a Cooper Kupp to that offense with Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson. We just saw Chris Godwin go down. My thing is take full advantage of it right now. Say to yourself, you know what? Chris Godwin, you out? Okay, we're trying to go right now to win this division. We're going to get Cooper Kupp right now. I think that would be a good one. And then the last one. And I know this is probably not going to happen. Probably a long shot it happens. Cooper Kupp to the Baltimore Ravens. I just think that if Baltimore would go get Cooper Kupp right now, they'll put the world on notice. They've been playing really good football. You have to respect Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. Flowers is good, but he's not, in my opinion, Cooper Kupp. And then Mark Andrews starting to come back around. I just think you add another weapon. Make sure that you have the pieces in place because you know that you got to see 15 in the playoffs. You know you got to see him. And he just added DeAndre Hopkins. So I think Baltimore should try to go after him. But that's the teams. I think Baltimore, Atlanta, Dallas, and the Chargers and the Steelers was my five that I put a star next to.
I got one more. The Patriots.
Hell no.
You just started Drake May. You got plenty of money. You bring in somebody like him. You got trash at receiver right now, bro. You got trash at receiver right now. Go ahead.
I thought you liked Cooper Kupp. You trying to send him out to die over there in New England.
Hey man, I didn't say the Raiders. Hell, if I didn't like him, I'd have sent him to Vegas. Well, right now the Patriots are damn near Vegas. But I would say just if you're a GM and you're doing something, trying to make a move for your team, you should always be trying to improve. If I'm over there, one of those terrible teams like the Patriots or the Panthers, why not, bro? Why not? You got to get somebody to come see your sorry ass. That'll bring people, put people in the stands.
Hey, shout out to my dog Reek. I can tell you, Reek. I can show you. I had the Commanders on my list. I don't know if you can see it, but I had
Yeah,
the Commanders. I
it's
didn't mention them just because I don't think it's the best, like the best. I know the money's there. I just think that they don't really. He's 31 years old. I'm not gonna really waste my money on that because his injuries and stuff. I like what y'all got going on over there. I like what y'all got. Y'all not gonna win the Super Bowl. I think a team that really has a shot at winning the Super Bowl should go after him.
X. I think when you pulled up that list, it said Redskins. If I can read, look,
No,
can I?
it didn't say Redskins. Don't be
Yeah, did it
disrespectful.
say that? I could have sworn. Let me
So
see that.
disrespectful. It's
Both y'all niggas
disrespectful.
I've already proved that. So.
But shout out to the Commanders. Hey, Jay Daniels.
Damn.
All
I
right,
would
Keo.
like.
Next topic, man. You gonna keep me up till 4 a.m. on here?
No, we're gonna go to the our very last topic, and then we're gonna go to our picks. Then we're gonna talk. We got one NBA topic to close the show out. Um, all right, man. Lamar Jackson, man. Obviously, he wins the Player of the Week for the second straight year. Second week in here. Um, a lot of people feel like he is the favorite to win MVP right now. Is he your front runner right now for MVP right now?
Yes.
All right, man. The two front runners for MVP both play for the Ravens right now, and they both are running threats. Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson are the two top MVP front runners right now, man. And of course, they'll give it to Lamar before they would give it to Derrick, because Derrick was having a hard night the other night. Until that was the fourth quarter, he broke that big run. And I thought I had won my game in the NBS. I wake up and I still lost. But I mean, it's one of those things, man. I think Lamar Jackson, he's so dynamic in the regular season. And that is a regular season award. And I think he's going to win it again. And possibly, I don't think he's going. I think he'll get further in the playoffs as long as he didn't have to run to Kansas City until the AFC Championship game. I definitely have Lamar Jackson as my leading candidate for the MVP of the year, MVP award this year.
Okay, I'll go next. Lamar Jackson is not my MVP front runner. Look, the most valuable player for the Ravens is Derrick Henry for the rest of the year. For the rest of the year. And what that means, in my opinion, is we've seen Lamar without him. He can't get to the Super Bowl. Derrick Henry is the key for this team going into the playoffs. I think if they don't get away from the run, they can go to the Super Bowl. And I think Derrick Henry is the key. I really do. Because if you get him going like you have the last 6 weeks, Lamar Jackson's going to ball on top of that because he's just going to set you up with the play action and do his own thing. I think he's the most valuable piece to this team going forward into the playoffs. I really do. I think Lamar right now, it would be third on my list. Derrick Henry would be first on my list right now because he's almost at 1,000 yards. He's 130 yards away from 1,000 yards, and we're not even halfway. That's crazy. Derrick Henry legit has a shot at 2,000 yards. He has a legit shot. He does. My number two guy in the MVP voting right now, if I had a vote, would be Josh Allen. Josh Allen hasn't thrown a single interception, and he hasn't even had that many impressive receivers. They picked up Amari Cooper for a reason. Okay. The Bills would be complete trash without Josh Allen. 12 passing touchdowns. He's got how many rushing? 3. So 15 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He's second on my MVP list right now behind Derrick Henry, and that would be my top 3.
You never cease to amaze me. I mean, I swear, you so disrespectful to Lamar Jackson. Let me say this.
I have him third.
I'm not mad at you for what you said as far as them going for. They definitely need Derrick Henry to take that next step. That's why I said they should bring in Cooper Kupp. But let's make no mistake about it. If Derrick Henry goes down, the Ravens could still have the best record in the AFC. I know what Kansas City has, but I'm just saying they could definitely win the division. If Lamar Jackson goes down for the Baltimore Ravens, are you kidding me? That team may not make the playoffs. So it's definitely Lamar Jackson's the MVP. He's more the focal point. Derrick Henry is having a great year. I'm not knocking that. But you got to respect on that RPO. You got to respect Lamar Jackson. That's why Derrick Henry's breaking those long runs, because they know if you don't respect Lamar Jackson will make the big run. So you don't have to give it to Derrick Henry. So I just think that you're missing it. I don't think that you're wrong in the sense of them winning a championship for sure. But the most valuable player on the Baltimore Ravens is by far Lamar Jackson, and it's not even close. And he's the front runner for Heisman, MVP. He actually beat Josh Allen head-to-head. It was a blowout too.
Yeah, man. As much as I make fun of Lamar Jackson being a running back, I couldn't do it. I can't do it today, man. That dude threw for 5 touchdowns. He didn't run. He didn't have throw for 3 and run for 2. He threw for 5, and these were some good touchdown passes. He really impressed me. So he shut me up. He was like, okay, Lamar, I see you now, but let's see if you can continue this and keep this up. Lamar is actually first in quarterback rating. He's second in QBR. He's on the top of the list when it comes to completion percentage also. And Lamar's been playing some good football. Obviously, Derrick Henry has been a huge factor in this, because you don't know how you're going to defend the Ravens, because is Lamar going to run the ball? Is Derrick Henry's going to have to run the ball? And Derrick Henry, he's having a monster year right now. So Derrick Henry is number 3 on my list for the MVP. But the number 2 guy I got, man, I don't think people's talking about him enough, and that's why I'm going to talk about him.
Purdy?
No, it's Jared Goff. Jared Goff should be the MVP favorite. He may not have the numbers his numbers may not be crazy like that, because he only has 10 touchdowns. He has 4 interceptions. He's second in completion percentage right now. He's on the top of the list when it comes to QBR and quarterback rating. And I think the team goes as far as Jared Goff takes them, because they could run the ball all they want with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, but eventually they're going to have to throw the ball, and they got all the weapons in the world when it comes to throwing the ball. And Jared Goff been playing really well, man, and those are my top 3 guys as far as my MVP favorites.
I'm dumbfounded that you don't have Lamar number 1, Yvonne. Wow, bro. You gotta stop the hate, bro. You gotta stop the Lamar Jackson hate, bro.
I have him 3rd. I'm not hating.
You want him out of the top 3, though, huh?
It will happen naturally.
Yeah, he didn't vote him for Player of the Week, man.
That's
what you mean?
Saquon, man, he got revenge.
Yeah, revenge against. Yeah, you know who they played. But anyways, man, let's go to our weekly NFL picks, man. What we got, Yvonne?
And real quick, Derrick Henry was worth every dollar of that $73 I paid for him in the draft.
Hey, I ain't even mad at you, right, bro? God,
he was worth every penny for the Ravens that Jerry Jones was not willing to pay. I don't know.
Jerry Jones is an idiot. He wanted to go to Dallas.
Well, according to Jerry, he says, "I'm not sure if he will work in our system." That's what he said.
I will say this, I'm not saying that he would be bad, but this is the perfect system for Derrick Henry with Lamar. I'm telling you, man, that's dangerous. That's dangerous.
Hey, allow me to quote a young man that lives in Los Angeles right now, James Harden. I am the system. That's what Derrick Henry is. I am the system, man. It's better than that system y'all got working over there at Dallas right now. I guarantee that.
Keo, stop sending Jerry Jones that California Kush. He's on drugs. I don't know what he was thinking, not signing Derrick Henry. That was like the most like logical move ever for the Cowboys that they did not make.
Now Jerry Jones on that Breaking Bad. He on that he on that meth, man. That's a meth move right there.
All right, y'all. So NFL picks. We have a 4-way tie for first. 32 and 19 are Reek, Keo, CNX. 32 and 19.
Can't you see?
I'm 27 and 24. I'm waking up. I was under 500 at one point, but I'm still 5 games behind. I got to catch up. We pick always the primetime games, so we're starting off with tomorrow. The Vikings are in LA to play the Rams.
I got the Vikings. Vikings get back on the winning streak. Got Sam Darnold on one of my fantasy leagues. I was debating on starting him this week, but yeah, he's gonna catch back on fire, and the Vikings will win. So shout out to Sam Darnold. I got it's either him or Matthew Stafford, and I'm gonna go with Darnold over Stafford because I don't believe the Rams defense is good like that. Minnesota's defense has been solid all year. So I'm gonna start Sam Darnold. I gotta go with the Vikings.
Yeah, I got the Vikings as well. The Rams are talking about trading Cooper Kupp. It seems like they're ready to throw a towel in. If they're ready to throw a towel in, it's a simple pick for me. And the Vikings have looked good as well. Let's not, even though they lost last week, the Lions are a good team.
I could have sworn Sean McVay was a great coach. But anyways, man, I got the Minnesota Vikings, man. Let's go.
All right, Reek's got the Vikings. I got the Vikings next game. All right. Next game, interesting matchup. Eagles at the Bengals.
This is where I make that separation. I got the Cincinnati. Bro, I got the Bengals. I don't care about Saquon Barkley. I don't care about A.J. Brown. Don't care about Devontae Smith or Jalen Hurts. I got the Bengals. I've been saying they're going to come around. And they haven't looked great. I get it. But here's when they start to turn that season around. I got Cincinnati.
You just made my argument for me, man.
Take them.
I got the Eagles, bro.
Yes.
I got the Eagles, man. Cincinnati, they've looked great as of late.
Not great. Good.
They look. Joe Burrow looked great, and Jamar Chase, he's looked great. So T. Higgins, he's actually looked great. Now I'm gonna go with Philly. I just think that Philly has too many weapons.
Hey, Reek, I want to pick it. They disrespectful. Not me.
We got X. Oh, you said the Bengals.
I got the Bengals.
Yeah, I got the Bengals also, man. Philadelphia, they've been struggling as a whole. Saquon Barkley has been keeping that team up right now. Obviously, we've seen who we talked about, Saquon Barkley for the Eagles when they won that game. I'm going with the Bengals, man.
A.J. Brown been balling.
That's a fact.
Shit, I got the Eagles.
Okay. Reek got the Bengals. This is a toss-up for me, but I got the Bengals. I think they get it going.
Oh!
I really do. They get it going. And we're not picking that Washington game because we're uncertain if Daniels is playing. If I had to guess, he's going to be out. That's why.
I'll still pick it. I'm like that. I got your back, Reek.
And to confirm, Reek, I am anti-Commanders. I'm pro-Redskins.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Reek, I got
right.
you. I'm going to hold it down. Watch your mouth.
All right. Next game, Falcons at the Buccaneers.
Oh, I got the Falcons. See, don't do that. Don't do that. See, don't do that. See, matter of fact, do it. I don't even want to hear what you do. It. Take the Bucks. Bro, they have no Mike Evans, no Chris Godwin. I like Bucky Irvin. That's cool. They not beating the Falcons, bro.
Where's the game?
It don't matter. In your backyard.
It's in Tampa. I'm glad you told me to remind me about Mike Evans and Godwin, though. But, all right, I'm gonna go with them sorry ass Falcons, man. I'll go with it. There's too many injuries to overcome. They were just so much. They were I got the Falcons, bro.
It's burning a hole in him to take the
Keo.
Falcons.
I got the Falcons also.
And I will say this: this is the beginning of the slide of Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
Now
I
you
can
see how we
I
feel.
can see that. I can see
Now
that.
you
Well,
can see how we feel down here.
Reek's got the Falcons. I agree. Bucks got too many injuries. I think I wrote these games down before I saw that injury. I got the Falcons. All right. Next matchup. The Bills go to Seattle. Who we got?
I got Buffalo. Seattle did surprise me last week. I will say that. They did surprise me.
Me too. They
But
messed up my
Buffalo,
parlay too.
yeah, but Buffalo adding Amari Cooper, to me, definitely upgraded them. I like their running game with Cook, and Allen and them boys. I'm going with Buffalo, even in Seattle.
I got Buffalo. I got Buffalo, and the Amari Cooper addition did exactly what I thought it was going to do. It unlocked Keon Coleman, and I think now that they have a legitimate pass game, it's going to be hard to stop them over there in the AFC. So I think that, but like I said, it moves them up to the third best team in the AFC for sure. So yeah, I got Buffalo. I ain't gonna say big. I got Buffalo though.
Yeah, one thing I don't do, man, is bet against one of my favorite quarterbacks, Josh Allen, man. So yeah, Josh Allen, Yvonne said that he led the league last year in interception. This year he doesn't. And then on top of that, also there's gonna be no DK Metcalf playing. I think he's gonna be out for a couple of weeks. I like Buffalo. Hopefully James Cook gets healthy. Addition with Amari, you got Kincaid, Coleman. Yeah, go Bills, man.
Tyler Lockett time.
Oh God.
Okay. Reek got the Bills. I've got the Bills as well. I was actually not surprised Seattle won last week because it was one of those games where Falcons could be sleeping a little bit. The Seahawks are a little sneaky. Then they catch them on the wrong day. All right, Sunday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
The Cowboys go to the Bay Area to play the Niners.
I know this is crazy what I'm about to do. I got the Cowboys. I got the Cowboys beating the Niners. I just think that the Niners, man, they have a lot of injuries. We're not talking about their injuries as much as we're talking about maybe other teams. Ayuk's out for the year. Debo's banged up. We know what McCaffrey's situation looks like. Here's your chance, Keo. Your boy Brock Purdy has all the chances to show that he's the guy that you keep telling us he is. I don't see it. I think Dak and them off of a bye go into Frisco and knock off the Niners.
Hey man, even with all those injuries,
Uh-oh.
they are better than the Cowboys.
Uh-oh.
Even with all those injuries, they are better than the Cowboys. The Cowboys don't have a running game to speak of. They have one weapon. They have one. They have one weapon, and they have the highest paid player in football who doesn't have any help. So and their defense, they don't have a defense to speak of as what either. So I got Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers, even though I don't believe he'll be the reason they won. I think that he'll have a good performance. Him and Kittle, I think get a lot of connections and they end up on winning. I think Kittle goes for like 2 touchdowns.
Wow. The Cowboys lose this one. Oh my God.
It's all bad in Dallas, bro.
Go ahead, Keo. Let's hear it.
Man, so I know this week Micah Parsons is coming back. Kendricks is coming back. Deron Bland is coming back. The game is in San Francisco. I think this is one of the greatest rivalries in football. Me and X talked about the other day off air, and yeah, and I just look forward to this. Everybody's gonna be excited over here down in the Bay Area. We know my sisters. They're ready to blow my phone up in this game. And we're gonna have like a big ass party this Sunday. With all that being said, man, I got the 49ers in this game. I got the Niners in this game. I just think that the Niners are still a better team than the Dallas Cowboys. I do not trust the Dallas Cowboys defense. Team's been running up the score against the Dallas Cowboys from the New Orleans Saints to the Baltimore Ravens to the Detroit Lions. After I saw what Detroit did to them in Dallas, I was like, man. And I look at this game when San Francisco played against the Chiefs. The game was close. It was just Brock Purdy. Like I said, I held Brock Purdy accountable. I blamed Brock Purdy for losing that game. He throws those interceptions in the red zone, but at the end of the day, man, when it comes to the San Francisco 49ers and Dallas Cowboys throughout the last couple of years, the Niners have owned the Dallas Cowboys, especially in the Bay Area. And with that being said, man, I'm taking the 49ers in this game, and they will beat the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay. All right. So let me tell y'all the Cowboys' next 5 games.
0-5.
The Niners, the Falcons, the Eagles, the Texans, and then the Redskins. Bruh.
Bro, the Commanders, bro. Stop doing that, bro.
They will always be the Redskins.
Hey, bro.
So X actually caught
My
that.
brother has a problem reading, man. He needs glasses, man.
Hey, those next 5 games are insane. Actually, they gotta win. They gotta win. They gotta win. They literally have to win 3 of these games. I don't know.
They can.
Hell no, they can't.
That's not that crazy.
But Dallas can't win 3 of them games, man.
That's not that crazy.
I think that the Cowboys somehow pull this game off. They're coming off a bye. They're catching the Niners at the right time. Ayuk's out for the year. Kittle might miss this game.
No, I gotta give him 2 TDs.
Yeah, but it says he's day to day. And so he'll probably be questionable. CMC's obviously not back. Debo was sick earlier this week. I mean, I just think that the Cowboys gotta get him eventually, and this is the time to get him. I got the Cowboys. Even though I hope the Niners win because it's always fun when it's always fun.
Who Reed got?
He got the Cowboys too.
Oh, wow, I thought I was the only one that picked the Cowboys on this one, but it is. Hey,
where
man, we gotta pick. We picking the Bears and the Commanders. We're not doing that. But that's the 1 and 2 picking.
Okay, what we're gonna do is because everybody had the Falcons, we're gonna throw that game out because I put that when I thought Godwin was actually gonna play until I saw his injury. Who we got? The Washington Redskins and the Bears. We might see Jaden Daniels, we might not. Who we got?
Disregard what he's saying, y'all. We apologize. I don't know what's wrong with this guy.
I don't know.
Hey, we need to drug test them. ASAP kill. I don't know what's going on with this young man. But I'm here to tell you, man, I got the Commanders. With or without Jaden Daniels, the Commanders will beat the Bears. I just think that I like what I'm seeing from them, man. They hitting on all cylinders. The Bears, they won a couple of games. Their defense is, it's cool, but Caleb Williams, he had a good game against the Jaguars. And I don't want to hear y'all say, X, you was hyping the Jaguars. I said I was wrong about that. I don't want to hear that. So, yeah, I got the Commanders with or without Jaden Daniels. The number 2 pick beats the number 1 pick in the draft.
You wasn't wrong about Brian Thomas, though.
Yeah.
You was wrong about Gabe Davis. But you was wrong.
Chill out.
Brian Thomas, you was right. But I will say this, man. I will say this, man. I actually like this game. I like this game because the Bears are what 5-2,
4-2.
4-2. Damn, I hope I'm not making a prediction right there. All right, they're 4-2, and I have the Commanders. I got the Commanders
Wow.
because look, bro, after Jaden Daniels went out, Mariota stepped in, and I think that they didn't have to change the game plan at all. Mariota still got some wheels on him. I don't think that they're gonna have him throwing the ball a lot. And I don't think that he was completely washed anyway. I just don't think he's a starting quarterback in the league. I think he's a hell of a backup to have. I put him and Jameis Winston on the same level. That's why I hated that the Saints let him go, because what happened this year, if that had happened, I'd feel a lot better starting Jameis Winston than a rookie Spencer Rattler. So you look at a backup like Mariota stepping right in there, being able to keep the offense rolling like it had been going. No, he's not good as Jaden, but you don't have to fall back. You don't have to change the game plan that much. And I think the Commanders are playing like a team that likes each other. So it's something about a team, it's something about a team that that like each other, that like playing with each other, like they're actually friends, like they might go kick it after the game. That's what type of team the Commanders look like to me. So I got the Commanders. I don't think the Bears like each other like that. I think they're just a team. After they leave, nobody call each other. They don't have a group fix or nothing like that. And I think Caleb Williams, he's kind of ironing it out. He's finding his way, but I think he's behind Jaden Daniels in his rookie performance. So Jaden Daniels play, I got the Commanders big, but if he doesn't, I got him winning anyway.
We mentioned how the Commanders are 5-2, but let's not forget the Bears are 4-2 to start the season also. So that's pretty good, and a lot of people overlook that. Hey, they're 4-2 at the end of the day. You can put your thumbs down all you want, but they're 4-2.
I can do it.
4-2. They have a better record than the Dallas Cowboys, the 49ers, your New Orleans Saints, by the way, also. So I got to give credit to that.
I just want hold up. I'm not mad at that, but let's put in perspective. They beat the Jaguars, the Panthers, the Rams, and the Titans. Calm down.
And who the Redskins beat? I mean, Commanders.
Don't do that. Don't be. Hey, I told y'all about that. Now y'all being disrespectful.
No, I'm asking you who they beat.
We
just beat the freaking Carolina Panthers, man. Are you serious right now?
Hold up. Real talk.
The Panthers beat the Giants.
I said I was gonna say this on the show for real. Box office kill. We are trying to get picked up by ESPN, FS1, or somebody. Y'all gonna keep us from getting this money. Can y'all please stop?
I've been telling them that.
It's not disrespectful, man. It's disrespectful to some white woman in DC that's offended by that, man. Come on now.
I'm female, for God's sakes.
Please stop that. Oh my God. Don't say nothing about no female. Come on, bro.
Enough of that female diversity. Anyways, but yeah, I got the Bears though, man. I think with Jaden or not, I got the Bears winning, and the Bears been playing some really good football. They're starting to run the ball more with DeAndre Swift, who's starting to play a little bit better, and and in the passing games, they're starting to be a little building chemistry with those wide receivers, including Cole Kmet. And I think McLaurin's going to have a hard time when Jalen Johnson locks him down. So I'm going with the Bears in this game. Without Jaden Daniels, man, I still got the Bears.
All right, so
they did beat the Bengals too. Let's not forget that. I don't want to hear about the Bengals record. You like the Bengals to make the playoffs just like I do.
No, I don't.
Oh, so now you flip-flopping. Wow.
So I always tell y'all, I love teams off a bye.
Talk.
And Also, I'm not sure if Daniels is playing, so I'm rolling with the Bears as well. I think that the Bears are catching them at the right time. It's maybe a bad habit of mine, but I love teams off a bye. I picked the Vikings off a bye last week. They lost,
Talk.
but usually it works for me. I'm gonna go
What
with the
else?
Bears. All right, so Monday night game. I know this is a type of game y'all like to watch. The Giants at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who we got?
My God. Hey, I was disrespectful. Shout out to Mike Tomlin. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you gonna put Russell Wilson in the game? He's done. He said, he's very well compensated for his job. So shout out to you, Mike Tomlin. I'm gonna come on here and give you flowers. I thought there was no chance I was gonna win that game last week. You proved me wrong. I'm buying what you selling. I got them beating the Giants for sure. The Giants are not beating the Steelers. Steelers win this game.
All right, man. So the Steelers are gonna run through New York right now. They just gonna run through New York. And on a side note, are we ready to go ahead and give up and say it's Aaron Rodgers is the problem, bro? Like I've been telling y'all.
Wow. Somebody picked them to win the Super Bowl. I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying.
I'm saying he needs everything to be perfect for him to win. For him to win, he needs everything to be perfect. He needs his boys in here and go get Devontae Adams, get this coach the hell out of here. And I need everything to be perfect just so we can go lose again. Come on, man. Russell Wilson, I'm proud of you, boy. You went in there. I picked you up off the waivers in one of my fantasy leagues, and you won the game for me, bro. So I appreciate it. I know I talk about fantasy a lot, man, but that brings a little more to the football season, man, that fantasy football, bro. But Russell Wilson came in there, man. Everybody was talking about his deep ball. His deep ball is beautiful, bro. And it drops right in, right there for only where his receiver can catch it. He still got it, man. He still got it. Now watch him go out this week and stink it up. But one thing Mike Thomas said, he said, we're gonna see which one of them give us the best chance to win. He wanted to give Russell Wilson his chance. He initially was going with him as a starter, so once he was healthy, he put him back out there. Looks like it's a good decision. One thing he did say that I like, he said, if we have to go back, we stay in there. So Russell Wilson, this is your job to lose because he's not gonna go back and forth. All right. So if you lose this job, you're not getting another shot at a starting job in the NFL anymore, bro. This is your last stop. Pittsburgh is your last stop. You gotta do it right here. You gotta do it right now. And I think he's got a pretty good chance to do it. Maybe this makes the this might make the Steelers the number 4 team in the AFC. If Russell Wilson plays like that, this definitely makes them the number 4 team in the AFC. And pause on them deep balls, man.
Jeez, Bills.
Keo.
No, did he? First of all, don't expect me to watch this nonsense.
Ravens, Bills,
don't
Steelers.
Don't expect me to watch this nonsense on Monday night because I will be watching the World Series, Yankees, Dodgers. Woo! But
hey,
I got the Steelers though. Yeah, Steelers over the Giants.
There you go. See, Eddie Bond. You should make a prediction on the World Series.
I'll get to that. So this matchup is trash. They should literally flex out the Giants rest of the year, but they won't do it because they're such a big market. But they
nobody
should.
watches them in the market. Nobody watches them about them in New York, bro. That's crazy.
I already know what's gonna happen. Let me tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all the future here. Daniel Jones is gonna stink as usual. He's going to throw a couple interceptions, and then they're gonna bench him for Drew Lock either in the game or he's gonna start the following week, and he's gonna come in. He's also gonna stink, and then we're gonna hear about it. And then Brian Daboll maybe survives, maybe doesn't, and then they go draft a quarterback next year. That's what's gonna happen with the Giants. That being said, the Steelers are gonna win. Everyone's got the Steelers. Literally everyone's got the Steelers. So that's it for the picks this week.
Wait, we're not picking the game with that great coach Jim Harbaugh against the New Orleans Saints.
No, because the Saints proved they were an easy win last week.
Okay, I guess we can all agree that we all got the Chargers. Or
Yep,
no?
I agree.
I got the Chargers.
We can't all agree to shit. We ain't picking them. We ain't picking them.
So see who you got though.
Hey, man, are we picking it or not?
We're not. I'm actually, we're gonna save C the embarrassment this week. I don't want to bother him this week.
All right, man.
And he started off hot against you with that take, bro. That was crazy. He started the whole show off with you, bro.
All right, man. So let's finish off the show with our last topic before we get out of here, man. So as we know, history was made last night in the NBA. Bronny James and LeBron James stepped on the court at the same time last night when the Lakers played against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Lakers ended up winning that game, man. So what I want to ask you, man, with that moment, man, was that a big deal for you guys when you guys
don't
saw
do that, Ivan. What? Come on, Ivan.
I will go first.
Hey, Ivan, listen, hold on. Before you go, man, let me just say this, bro. Be respectful, bro. Because you just wilding tonight for no reason. Imagine your dad being a great soccer player for Croatia, and then you come in and join him. Bro, be respectful, man.
I think I got something to say too. Go ahead, Yvonne.
All right. First off, LeBron James Jr. is garbage. All right.
Facts.
He should not be in the NBA. We are not here for a good story. Okay. We are here to win. That's what these teams are doing. Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Jr. I don't know how the senior was, but I do know the junior was a Hall of Famer.
He was better than the senior.
Right. That's a cool story. And he was a stud. We got to keep it real here. Y'all always, I talk different. Well, keep it real if you talk different.
We are not the second round pick.
Different. I talk different. He shouldn't be a 5th round pick if there was an NBA draft. Okay? If there was 5 rounds in the NBA draft. Look, we got to keep it real here. He's garbage. He should not be in the NBA. I said this in the offseason. Actually, Charles Barkley said it best last night. He said last night was just a Nike commercial for LeBron and his son. That's all it was. It was a Nike commercial. It was cool commercial. It was cool movie scene. But that's not what this is. This is winning games. I said before the draft, this is all about LeBron's satisfying ego to say, oh, I had the first NBA son to play beside me, this and that. This is not what that should be. Okay. At the end of the day, I said it. LeBron should stay in college, get better, stay in college 3-4 years, get better, and carve out his own lane. Let him get drafted by whoever thinks actually he is good. He just had a heart attack. And he's ready for the NBA. He didn't even start at USC. What are we doing here? Look, if my dad was a Croatia soccer player,
how many points do you average, Yvonne, for UFC? Give us some clarify that for us.
For USC, I forgot. I think it was 4 a game. Regardless, it was trash. We got to keep it real. It is what it is. What's it called? What else was I gonna say? I forgot.
Keep going, Yvonne. This is really entertaining for me.
I forgot what else I was gonna add there, but the point is, this isn't about cool stories. If my dad was a cool Croatian soccer player, a really good one, It would be a cool story if I ended up a stud just like him. I'm
Facts.
sorry, Bronny's not an NBA talent.
Talk.
He's not an NBA player, right? At
What
least not
else?
right now. And this was all last night. And to give it a month, he's going to be in the G League. So what's the point of this? This is all about being a cool story. It's not about stories. You draft to win. You draft to get better. Every single player in that draft was better than Bronny. Every single one.
No.
I don't want to hear it. I don't care. This isn't about cool stories. This is about satisfying LeBron's ego. Y'all eventually got to see his nonsense and his BS. Charles Barkley did. He said this was a Nike commercial. I agree. This was manufactured. This was fake. This was not genuine. It's not that Bronny was a stud and then he ended up on Lakers. That would be a cool story if he was a stud. Last night he came in there, hit 6 threes or something. He's not that guy. What, he played 3 minutes? Okay. All that for 3 minutes just to fill up LeBron's ego. Come on, man. You got to keep it real. This is not about cool stories. What I think would have been cool is I'd rather see Shaq on the Lakers last night than LeBron. Not Bronny. I mean, come on. Like, what are we doing here?
That win was overshadowed by JJ Redick's first win as a basketball
Yeah,
head coach.
and no one cares about
Come
that
on,
win.
man.
No one cares about that win either. There's 82 games. They're not contenders. Y'all put them as a 6, 7, 8 seed as well. This means nothing to me. This is not about cool stories. This is about LeBron filling his ego. It's just that simple. He's not an NBA player right now. He should be in college carving out his own lane. That's why he'll be in the G League rest of the year. He won't be in the NBA in a couple of years unless LeBron has some type of influence. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It's a cool story if you're not into winning games. They're paid to win games. That's what it's about.
Did they win the game last night?
Sure.
Okay, so then what's the problem?
It's not. I mean, you didn't draft them for one game.
Okay. So I'll ask you this. I think what he was, the 50, what pick? 57?
I think 56.
56. How many 56 picks were great in the NBA?
I know Isaiah Thomas was a second rounder. Nikola Jokic.
56.
I don't know.
Exactly, bro.
Okay.
55th. Most players that go in the second round, most players end up in the G League anyway. So there's a lot of first rounders that end up in the G League. You brought up he didn't even start for USC. Marvin Williams was the second pick in the draft, and he didn't start at UNC. I said USC yet. Marvin Williams was the second pick in the draft, and he didn't start at UNC. So what does that mean? There's a lot of guys that don't start in college that still get drafted. That's an irrelevant conversation right there. So I don't want to hear none of that. At the end of the day, bro, and listen, I'm not knocking you because I brought up your dad because I know you don't have any children right now. But to me, being a father, I'm pretty sure C, Reek, guys that are dads, if we become great on and we get picked up and we become one of the biggest shows on the network, the Nbs Show, and then my son and me get to do a show, whether he's the greatest doing this or he's an up-and-comer and he needs a lot of work, bro, that first show with me and my son, bro, that would be the greatest thing that I could probably possibly do. It would make me so happy to see him on the show with me. At the end of the day,
It would
bro,
make
that was
you
cool.
happy.
Yes. But
Yes,
thing,
I'm not saying it shouldn't make LeBron happy, but from someone from the outside, as a Lakers fan, I'd be like, you picked up a scrub. Like, I'm here to win.
Okay, but my thing is, if a second round pick that's the 55th pick in the draft is going to go to the D League, but this 55th pick is still a business. You agree with it's a business, right?
Yeah.
You agree that, right? I guarantee you, no matter who they took at 55, they're not going to sell more jerseys than Bronny James.
Talk to him.
It's not about selling jerseys. It's about winning
but I'm
games.
saying but you still got to look at it as a business. You got to look at it as a business.
The Lakers sell better than anybody in the NBA, regardless.
Hold on. I'll also throw this out there. You know the ratings were up last night too from this year, from last year, right? You know that there was the highest ratings in like 7 years, I want to say, in the NBA as an opening night. So all I'm saying to you is this. I understand about the winning portion, but when you are an owner or a GM, it's not just about winning. It is a business too, and you got to make money. And Bronny is a great investment at the 55th pick in the draft, where, like you said, it could be a night commercial, it could be a movie later on in life. That might be a movie that they might make a lot of money on. At the end of the day, bro, I have no issue with it. And I told you, if I was a team, I'd have took Bronny because to be a hater kind of and take it from him. But I'm actually glad the Lakers ended up with him. If he goes on, I wish the kid nothing but the best. But that was an awesome moment for me as a dad. I liked it. And I do think, as far as from a business standpoint, it wasn't a bad pickup by the Lakers because at the 55th pick, dog, there's nobody that they could have taken that draft that you could have made me believe is going to be a better business move for the Los Angeles Lakers. There's nobody you can name
It's not
in that
about that.
draft.
It's about winning games.
It's
Okay, but
absolutely
it's still a
about,
business.
it's absolutely about that. Your job as a GM is to bring value to your team. To bring value to the team.
The GM had no choice here. This was all LeBron.
The job as a GM is to bring value to your team.
Hold on real quick. If you was the GM, you wasn't going to take Bronny?
No, hell no.
Oh, what?
Oh, all right, good. Hold on.
What?
So who would you have taken? Kevin McCullough Jr.?
I told you I would take that center that went right after him. That's number one. The Lakers are small. That's one. Or two, I would just trade the pick.
Kevin McCullough Jr. went next.
Whoever that center was that was next, I think he went to Dallas. That's I forgot the name, but
Ariel Hukporty.
I believe if he's the center that went to Dallas.
He was an absolute last pick of the draft.
Yes. They're small. That would have benefited me winning games more than Bronny. What do I have out of Bronny? What do I have out of Bronny in the G League?
What he's gonna do for you?
That guy would have for sure been in the G League.
That guy would give me size.
That guy would give you size in the G League.
What is Bron giving you? What is Bronny giving you? He's not even giving you size in the NBA.
Business is booming with Bron.
He gave them 3 minutes last night, Yvonne.
Yeah, he's a stud.
And to y'all's point, how much did he average in college?
I think 4. I'm not sure.
4, and that makes him a trash player, right? So the number 2 player picked in this draft, Alexander Sarr, averaged 9 points last year. Single digits. The second pick in the draft.
Okay.
And you're telling me that Bronny's terrible because he averaged slightly less than him?
No, that guy got picked up for his defensive prowess. Bronny got picked up because his dad's on the team.
His defensive, okay. So he got picked up for his defensive prowess. What have they said? What if they said Bronny was what can he bring to the NBA?
Absolutely nothing.
What have they said? What are the people who've been paid that don't get paid to hate that you're doing for free? What have they said that Bronny was his best attribute? Right.
I literally have not. I've just seen a bunch of people say he's not NBA ready.
So you've never heard nobody say he was defensive. He could play defense.
If he doesn't start at USC, why do I think he could play on the Lakers?
Bruh, I asked you a question.
I did not see it. I told you.
So you've never seen nobody say what your sources are terrible again, man.
They're not terrible. Yeah. He played 3 minutes last night because he's trash. It's simple as that.
How many second-round picks played tonight?
I'm not sure. I haven't looked yet.
Okay, go look it up.
But I do know none of them have LeBron as their dad to help them get there.
How many did Ariel Hukporty play tonight?
I don't know. I didn't check.
Not a damn minute. I bet
if his dad was LeBron, he'd play some minutes.
I bet you're right. I bet if my dad was LeBron, I'd play some minutes too. But
exactly. That's my whole point.
That's who you're mad at. You're mad at LeBron. You're mad at LeBron because he has been such an excellent father. He's gone out there and been such an excellent player that he can get his son on at his job.
There's been a bunch of excellent players that could do the same.
That what?
There's a bunch of excellent players like LeBron that could do the same.
No, there
Michael,
aren't any, but there's not a bunch of excellent players that could do the same. Name
current.
Yes, name one.
I think Kevin Durant. If his son was his age, why can't Kevin Durant have his son
Kevin
drafted?
Durant didn't have a son his age. I'm saying
doesn't matter. He could though.
It does. We're being realistic here, right? We're talking about realistic. You're being delusional.
I'm not being delusional. LeBron's being delusional, thinking his son is worth it.
LeBron has, as a father, I'm telling you right now, if I'm so good at my damn job that when it's time for my son to enter the workforce and I can get him on in my job, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get him on in my job if I know that he could possibly do the job. I'm not gonna bring him in there if he's just totally incompetent and he's gonna embarrass me out there.
And Bronny's gonna do exactly that.
If I know I can bring him in and teach him the ropes and he can pick it up with my guidance, I would most definitely get him a job where I'm working at. If I have that much cachet in my job that I can get my son on that has this much of experience, and they trust me enough to know that they're gonna tell me, you know what? See, I'm gonna hire him, but you better make sure he works out. That's exactly what they told Bron. They said, hey, look, we're drafting, but it's on you. He's like, bro, if he come over here with me, I'm going to make sure he's a pro. I'm going to make sure he could be able to compete and contribute to this team within the next couple of years. He's a project player right now. They had their moment last night. They deserve that moment. He deserved that moment, man. LeBron is in year 22. He's put up the numbers. He's brought a championship to the Lakers. He's done things time and time again that earned him the cachet to be able to bring his son in on the last team that he'll probably play for in the last year. There's no way he doesn't deserve to be able to have his son in there if his son is capable. His son is capable. His son is not 5'8", and he got him drafted.
Right.
His son is not unathletic, and he got him drafted. He's a project, but he can definitely end up being a NBA player, a 3-and-D kind of guy. So by having him in there on the team, who better to learn from than your dad?
He's had his whole life to learn from, and he couldn't start at USC.
His dad went at USC.
Don't start, bro. Stop saying that,
bro. Let me ask y'all this: 3 years from now, where's Bronny?
3 years from now, most 55 picks are not in the NBA.
I didn't ask about them. Where is Bronny in 3 years?
He might be in the NBA.
My prediction is he's in the league. He's in the league.
Yeah, the G League,
bro. Even let's just say he's in the G League. You said he should be in college.
He should. He's going to stay in the G League just because Bron's his dad, but he's not going to be in the NBA because no one's going to fall for that crap anymore. They're like, all right, you had your moment. Now let's move on. He's not ready. Bro,
he'll be a Laker next year.
And right now, I'm a hater, but 3 years from now, you rewind this, I'm going to be right, and y'all going to make excuses.
I'm not. I said it's a good business move, whether you like it or not. If I can make somebody as an owner with the 55th pick in the draft, I'm doing it.
And I tell you what.
And you won't win games.
The Lakers are one of the biggest franchises in sports across the board.
Exactly.
What are we talking about?
They're going to make money regardless.
They're going to make more money with that. And I tell you who else is going to make some more money? Nike, when they drop those Bronny Juniors. Ooh, talk about flying off the shelf.
That no one is going to buy. See, you won't even buy those.
You are off the chain,
all kinds of shoes, bro.
I'm not off the chain. Y'all hate the real.
No, that's not the real, bro.
Bronny stinks. Just what it is.
No, you are.
I actually don't mean anything towards the kid, but if he was a stud, he's a stud. He stinks.
Why does he have to be a stud?
He was a second-round pick.
Exactly, because no one was delusional to grab him first round.
No, you mentioned a few guys in the second round. That's an anomaly. That's not something that happens normal. That's not the second round. You take a flyer on people. I'm gonna take a flyer on a guy that can make me some money as a businessman.
Damn right.
Period.
Damn right. That's the
Period.
reason why he was like you said, you were so mad that Rich Paul scared everybody from drafting him. Other people were thinking about drafting him because they could have made some money off of him, bro. You were so mad that Rich Paul.
They would have been dumb too.
Bron got Rich Paul and they scaring everybody from drafting him. Why was everybody else wanting to draft him, bro? If it was such a dumb move.
Because they dumb too.
You see what I'm saying?
But you the smart one. You the smart one. Everybody else in the NBA dumb.
So far, I'm the smart one. He played 3 minutes. He's a stud.
We not saying he. I never
Nobody
said
he was a stud.
That's why I asked y'all, where's he in 3 years? Y'all can't give me an answer.
I literally told you he's in the NBA.
So I guess he's good enough for the NBA then.
Yeah.
Okay, no, he's not. Go ahead, X. Where's he at in 3 years? You keep avoiding the question.
I know. I think he's in the NBA. I'll say he'll be in the NBA. His dad's LeBron James.
Exactly, because of him.
Hey, but okay, Giannis has the same. His brother's not playing. I like what Reek said. His brother's not playing. But
I agree.
But you have no. I've never heard you come on here and say anything about Giannis. What you do is
because it's never been a
LeBron
topic.
James.
Because it's never been a topic.
No man, come on, bro.
It hasn't. Let's have a topic. Let's have a topic right now. Everyone's opinion on Giannis's brothers. I'll start. They stink.
Bruh.
Yeah, they do stink.
Can you beat them?
What does that mean?
I'm just asking.
No, I can't. I never said I can, but that's the dumbest thing you've ever said. That's like saying you cannot criticize any player going forward because you're not better than them, X. You hated Goran Dragic, for example, that played for Miami and Houston and Phoenix.
I didn't like him.
Are you better than him?
No, I'm not. No,
okay.
I'm not.
Okay,
I'm not. Hey, but I'm not a hater neither. I don't hate on him neither.
Hold on. I got a question.
What's the difference between calling him a scrub and me calling Bronny a scrub? And I'm a hater.
You call LeBron a scrub. No, I don't. You never called LeBron a scrub?
I said LeBron's top 5 player all time.
No, I'm saying you've never called LeBron James a scrub.
No.
Yes,
so what's your gripe towards second round picks? You're saying they don't pan out.
Most of them don't pan out. Most of them. It's like a 7th round pick in the NFL draft. You take a flyer on people in the 7th round. The guy that you think that you can do some things with maybe has a chance of being a good player. Most 7th round picks don't make it in the NFL, just like most 2nd round picks in the NBA don't make it in the NBA.
There has been some solid.
I never said they have none. I said most. Don't try to change my words. I said most.
Box office.
You think
off the top of your head. Off the top of your head, box office.
Well,
name me 2 players that were drafted in the 2nd round ahead of Bronny.
Ahead of Bronny?
Yeah.
I want to say Isaiah Thomas. And
no, you talking about this draft.
I'm talking about this draft.
I don't remember.
You just saying in general, or are you saying in the 2nd round?
In the 2nd round, this draft.
I don't remember.
And this wasn't even a good draft class. We all
there was only
literally said every player in the draft was better than him, but you can't name 2.
I don't have to. I watched the tape during the draft. They all were better than Bronny.
No,
I don't have to know the name. I can just look at the player.
Why would you know Bronny's name?
I think I see some guy run down the street with a backpack. He looks better than Bronny right now too.
Exactly. That's about how much your opinion is worth. You look at anybody.
He couldn't start at USC. That's all I need to know.
Bro, that's a weak point. Bro.
Let Kyo go. I want to hear this. Let Kyo go.
You guys talk so much. As far as this goes, if it was a big deal or not, I don't think it was a big deal to me. I think it's a big deal to LeBron, but as far as like America goes, as a general population that was watching basketball, that's a fan of the sport, I don't think it should be a big deal at all. I think it was more about LeBron making history than anything else. You step into court and then for 3 minutes of basketball, if it was like LeBron and Bronny dropped 20 apiece in the game, and they came back and they won the game for the Lakers, I'll be like, okay, that's a huge moment. Father and son dropped 20 to come back to win the game, or or Bronny hit a game-winning shot. But Bronny played 3 minutes, went 0 for 2. He had 1 rebound. I just don't see the big deal about it. I mean, I understand if someone's a father, somebody's a dad, and who's into sports, and their son or kid is into sports. I understand that. I can understand what how you guys are feeling and how you guys view it. But the way I view it as a fan, just as a fan, not just as a parent, I'm just talking about basketball in general. I don't think it's a big deal at all. I just don't see what was the big deal about it. You step on the court and that father and son moment. I just don't see what was the big deal behind that.
Hold on, let me ask you this. You're on social media, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you see anything about that moment last night on social media?
I think people are overreacting over that moment though.
But did you see any?
Yes, I seen it. I seen
I'm
it.
sure you saw a lot about it, right?
Yeah.
So that's what makes it a big moment. It was box office. It was something to see. People were waiting to see that. People who don't have anything to do, people who don't care nothing about basketball, were waiting to see that moment. My wife gives a damn about basketball. She gives a damn about LeBron James. But she said I told her I was just looking at my phone when I wasn't watching the game. I was looking at my phone and the alert came by and it showed the picture of them checking in. And I said, okay, Brian and Brian just hit the court together. She's like, wait, his son play with him? I said, yeah. I said, she said, so he play on the same team? I said, yeah, he got drafted to the Lakers this year. She said, wow, that's awesome. She said they was in the game at the same time. I said, yeah. She's like, yeah, that's awesome or whatever. She wanted to see the picture. I showed her the picture. People who don't care about basketball at all, that was interesting to them. Yes, that's a big deal, bro.
But it's if you're a parent, of course you care about that. But I'm talking about as a basketball fan, anybody that follows basketball, so that I understand what Yvonne is saying about that. For me, I just don't see a big deal about it. You get on you're 3 minutes in the game with your dad. I mean, did you score any points when you're in the court with your dad?
He
Like,
had as many points as we did, Keo.
No,
oh,
it's
zero.
just a good
Okay.
it's just a good moment, bro. It's a good moment, feel good moment. We see this in sports all the time. Feel good moments. Y'all making it way, I don't understand
It's
exactly where
it's
y'all coming from it, but at the end of
it's
the day, like, hey,
you know what it
y'all entitled to
They're
your own
trying to
opinion.
find a way to
you know what
discount.
it you know what it
Not
you know
saying
what
it
it
didn't
you know
affect
what
the game.
you know what it is? It's fake reaction, because those same people that's supporting this moment right now, they're gonna be ripping Bronny James when the Lakers do bad.
No, they're
That
not.
Yeah,
no,
they
that's
are.
exactly what happened. The
What
Lakers
they're
are the
gonna
most
if the Lakers do bad, the first thing they're gonna
the
say is
Laker
this is because of Bronny James.
No, they're
why
gonna say
you waste your
LeBron had
draft pick on
to
Bronny James?
do
That's what they're gonna
exactly.
say. Why you waste a
Nobody's
draft
gonna
pick
say
on
that
him?
but you haters. Because who are they
They
gonna
laced it.
pick? Who are they
Huh?
gonna pick at
I
55?
already said who.
That
Okay, I got a question for you. I got a question. In 3 years, will he be in the league? That guy that you just said?
He's got a better shot than
I never
Bronny.
asked you that. You see now you flip it. Is he gonna be in the league? Yes
Yes,
or no?
yes,
Okay, we'll find out.
is he gonna dress out for the Mavericks this year? That
probably.
he didn't get 3 minutes tonight.
Well,
No,
because
Rob Dillingham was a first round draft pick and didn't play last night at all.
LeBron's not his pops.
But you're gonna tell me this guy that's number 60 picking the draft is gonna play for sure. Okay.
Well, if LeBron was his pops, he'd play.
That's not if.
Keo, if
It's what
LeBron was
if
your dad,
would
you'd
all be
play
wrong.
last night.
Yeah, I would bug him to put me in.
And I agree, Reek. I'm not buying no damn Bronny sneakers. I'm not out of my mind.
So before we get off here, I just want to say this one thing. Okay,
I
like I
guarantee
know
you my son have a pair of them Bronny Juniors.
I don't know, Gil. I'm gonna point more towards you, but like Nikisha Sales. You remember Nikisha Sales?
Yeah, yeah.
You know how she scored her last bucket in college.
I
You
don't
remember?
remember. No.
She had an injury that ended her career, and they let her score her last bucket to break the record in the next game. And the team let her score. Why? Why have a moment like that? For what? It's all about winning. It was 2 points. I mean, it ain't that deep. Why let her play? Why let her score? It makes no sense. Sports are about moments sometimes, bro. Sometimes it's just about a good moment, a good feel-good story, bro. It's not that deep, bro. It's a second-round pick. He's number 55th. He was the 55th pick in the draft. Y'all making this way too
I'm
big.
not, because I know how LeBron functions. This is what
That's
LeBron
your
does.
problem with
You
LeBron.
don't know this
Yes,
man.
I
No,
do know him.
I think he's right.
He-
Now I will
this
say
is
that. I
this is
do
what
think that you're right about LeBron has power, and he does. He
and
does. There's
no.
no doubt about that.
This is how LeBron functions. The Lakers are gonna stink after he forced his son on the team, and then he's gonna blame somebody else, JJ Redick, whoever, the management, for not getting him enough help. Well, we gave you Bronny, and now we suck, huh? Okay. That's how LeBron functions. That's what y'all don't realize right now. But give it, the NBA playoffs always start April, May. He'll be
I
complaining by
made,
June.
you know,
You
this
By the
is
way, I
very,
gotta go, man.
this is.
Come on, man.
Well, you guys keep on talking about this. Let's go to our shout
Ooh.
outs, man.
Hey, real quick. Hey, shout out to my dog Reek. But look, me and Reek got this bet going on. Hey, I am not only an LSU fan this week, I am a Florida State fan. Florida State,
Wow.
please pick off Cam Ward 5 times in this game. Hold Cam Ward down a little bit. Because look, I need Gary Nussmeyer to catch Cam Ward a little bit so that I can win this bet. Because Reek's thinking I'm going to throw a towel in. I ain't throwing in the towel, man. It's big LSU. Get on the Nuss bus. Hey, this week, Yvonne, you picked against us. I want you to keep that same energy on the show next week.
All right, y'all keep me up way too late to talk about a guy that didn't score a point. Shout out to everybody but Bronny. Hey, also shout out to my girl in the Bay Area. She tuned in tonight. She literally wrote, "They want to cancel you. I can't be canceled. I cannot be canceled.
Just
I'll be
like,
back
Even
on
she
next
knows they want to cancel
just
you.
like, just
I'll
like.
be back next week. Reek, get your ass to sleep, man. I'll see y'all next week, y'all.
All right, man. You know me, man. My last minute shout outs. I always go to my family. Hunter Morgan, Tori, Christian, and Lee, and Elwood. Daddy, love y'all. I'll see you in just a second. And to my beautiful wife, I love you too. I'll see you in just a second. To Pap Pap Babies, Marcel Carter Bryant, and Azaria Grace Bryant. Pap Pap, love y'all. I'll see you in just a second, even if it's just on my screensaver. To everybody over there at the NBS crew, man, appreciate y'all boys for having me on. Love y'all boys too, man. Even if I have to smack y'all around every week, bro. It's all good, man.
All right,
Y'all
man.
learn. Follow me. I'm gonna lead you to the promised land.
Yeah, I copied your picks, by the way.
Good, smart man.
But yo, shout out to C, shout out to X, man. Make sure you go follow C's son, man. He be doing some food reviews. I be checking them out every now and then, so make sure you go follow him. Shout out to everybody that continues to support the MBS platform, man. We got a lot of the content dropping. Shout out to X, C, Yvonne, Reek, shout out to Danny who was in the chat today also, man. But with that being said, man, this is actually one of the shortest show we done. So this was dope.
Hey, before we get off here, apologize to the Washington faithful because you was real disrespectful on this show. You had
Washington Commanders. There you go, man.
Thank you,
All
thank
right.
you, thank you, my friend.
ESPN, we fixed it.
All
Hey,
right,
man.
man. Shout out to the 81. Shout out to the 81 people that's tuned in right now also. But with that being said, this is the
Wow.
MBS show. Until then, we'll see you guys next time. We out.
Boot up or shut up.